Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Thank you all for showing up and hanging out with us today. If you are interested in supporting our content, please consider commenting, and subscribing. It definitely does help us out tremendously. It allows our community to continue to grow and expand. And if you're interested in supporting us a little further, consider either becoming a what's that? A sub? No, not a sub. What's it called? An NPC lover on our page, where you'll be giving us a few dollars each month and you'll gain benefits like exclusive content that'll be heading your way and emotes. Ogun or Jason or anybody in chat, just show off your emotes. You got them there. Show them off. And in addition to that, if you want to support us further and get something a little better out of the deal, you can go ahead and go over to patreon.com/ProDMJoey. Join that at any tier. Join our Discord server where you can hang out, talk about random bullshits like Mass Effect and all of that jazz, as well as get into any of our games that are pay to play. You do have to go through a screening process to make sure the game will be a good fit for you and that the community will enjoy their time playing with you as well. Honestly, it's quite easy to do. Just don't be a shitty human being and you can usually get into my games pretty easily. There we go. Thank you, Ogun. Thank you, Ogun. But outside of all of that, let's get to the game. Alrighty, Flea, tell us what happened last time.
Certainly. Last time, it opened up when we heard the roar of Bjorn, as we prepared as much as we could. Flea removed the skull, took it down the tunnel that he had built into one of the rooms, dug a hole, filled it up. We engaged in a brutal fight, taking hard blows and bites, wearing us down to the last of our spells. Galen goes down and is brought back. Flea manages to summon his wolves. We put up a good resistance. Then, realizing that he's drawing blood from our clothing to revive himself, Gray tells everyone to back up. After throwing away his shield to attack, Galen is bitten, and because he was weakened before, he loses his life at Bjorn's hands. Shortly after, Flea's wolves rip him to shreds. Boris then tries to bring Galen back, frantic. Cade cries over him. And Forrest does plant the staff in the middle of the tower. In the middle of the scene, Isaiah walks in. He gives faint praise and offers to bring Galen back as a vampire. Gray objects. They talk about fulfilling the contract as Gray buries Bjorn to keep him from regenerating. As he leaves, Isaiah whispers something to Cade and then offers to work with us in the future. Forrest hears from Corby and we explain what has happened and why we weren't able to communicate. He says that he is sending help and to stay low. There's a military sounding incursion above us, which Cade recognizes, and the footsteps down the stairs reveal a scarred woman carrying a silver mace. Cade recognizes Valerie and Vanessa, a general of sorts. She says that she is their extraction team, and chastises Cade for trying to lift Galen's body as a weakling. He has 6 feathers, showing battles that she should have died in. Lee asks about Rasha, and we see the rest of her group fighting the ferals. We start to travel out of the city, seeing the forest and geography that we hadn't been seen before, and we place Galen's body in the cart. Valerie orders Cade to give a report and orders him around. And an orc in the company says that he isn't one of them, since he isn't as strong or as fast. Lee receives a threat for standing up for Cade. Rasha does catch up with us as we make our journey. At camp that night, one of Cade's companions has a conversation with the group, using his annoying pokes and prods to direct Cade's anger to him. Valen is a martial community and demands that every person there is their best at something at fighting, helping their trials to see who is the champion. In the morning, we cross the stream into Valen, and as we do, Forrest reads correspondence between Zaver and Keel. It provided details about the magic and encompassing new territories to engulf. We travel into Valen, a city that is set up on a hill. The average person here is over 6 feet tall, built stronger than Galen, and only a few people are not dressed as finely as Cade. Upon arriving, Cade tries to carry Galen up to a pyre, up these massive steps. There were 130?
503.
503 steps. It's a struggle, but no one offers to help. Cade tries and drops him, and eventually he reaches the top where the pyre is waiting. The town pays their respects in their own way. Valerie's mother speaks with us, and we learn that she founded the city so that anyone who was loyal to their friends and family, who were tough, could find a home. She then says that her rejection of him was out of kindness, not wanting him to die. Cade does see his father and eldest brother present. but they do not approach him. That is where he's.
So, the celebration of death that everybody seems to be participating in right now grows a bit louder further into the evening. Individuals start coming out with different pan flutes and styles of instruments that stem from the furthest reaches of this world, even off continent, not just Comorder. And everybody seems to be taking up a very odd reaction to a funeral as everything is transpiring. You see many individuals are starting to dance during the glow of this pyre that is still ablaze, and many more of them are sharing interesting tales and stories of different individuals who have passed away this year and whom have received a similar treatment here. And, of course, Vanessa Valen is remaining closer towards all of you as you are interacting with this entire situation. Now, Gray, your religion in particular has a very strong opinion about death. It is one of the most defining features of your religion, if not the most defining aspect. And they all seem to be doing something that, even for your religion, would be pretty on par, you know? Someone dies, you're turning them back into what is necessary. Though they are using that as a glow of light of sorts. But, you know, it's better than people who put their dead in boxes and leave them buried everywhere. That's fucking weird. Ashes are more useful than boxes most of the time. But yeah. You all keep experiencing this for a period of time, and Vanessa will look at you all.
So, you all need a place to stay here tonight, yes?
Yes.
All right.
Be good.
You'll all be allowed to stay at my hovel.
As she starts walking down the stairs with her, you know, very small steps and walking stick.
If
Lee,
it's not
can
gonna be an inconvenience to you, we could have him stay with my family.
She'll look over at you.
That is between your leader, not me.
Okay, he just nods.
Very well.
Lee,
Yes.
can you find me a chicken? Alive?
Challenge accepted.
Bring it to me, please. I need it for something.
And
I have a
Just
feeling I can
careful with
guess
the antics.
what that chicken is for.
Gray, mic a little closer. There we go. 13 stealth. A lot of people notice you walking away, Flea. Yeah, Cade?
Miss Gray, Forrest, Flea, would y'all like anything to drink?
While we go back there, or we...
No, just festivals, the festivities kind of thing. Would you like something, would you like something to drink? Kind of thing. It's
Yes, something strong.
Sure, yeah. Flea, go get the chicken.
Okay, I was gonna go get the local liquor for Miss Gray.
Okay. So, whenever these events happen, everybody sets up here. And, of course, for things like liquor, food, you don't pay for it. Nothing in Valen is paid for unless it's actually valuable and necessary. Everything else is the expectation. You know, you are a citizen or a guest here. You eat, you get shelter, you get drink if you so desire. They aren't really hard up with that. And as you kind of wander over towards somebody else who's already pouring drinks out for individuals from their jug, they end up looking over at you and just tossing you a jug, which you end up catching but like stumbling backwards a little bit as it weighs probably close to 10, 15 pounds.
Thank you. I'm gonna bring it back.
They give you the assertive nod. And of course, Flea, as you're walking down the stairs, you are you trying to go in front of Vanessa, or
You're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, we're heading to her hovel. Is that where we're headed?
Well, no, she's just walking away right now.
Okay.
Cade has to ask his family if you can stay with them.
Okay, then I just kind of wander off as I normally do. And
Well, there's only one staircase up here, buddy. Are you waiting behind
All
her?
right.
She is a very old human.
503 steps to go down.
You mind if I walk with you? Maybe you can hold my hand just in case I slip?
Do you think? Really? Sure. Walk up here.
I'll go with her.
She's not taking your hand. If you fall, that is natural selection.
He's more worried about her, but yeah.
Yeah, that you're like,
Sure.
grandmother may walk you down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was a little nicer to phrase it the way I did, but
Yeah, totally. If she wasn't super insightful. She just sighs as you're all leaving. But anyways, up top, Cade comes back over to you, Gray and Forrest, with a very large jug of some type of liquor.
Gray will both hands it.
Oh,
Okay.
we have cups. We're not complete barbarians. He has a smile.
Con save, please. $20. Oh, that burns. Oh, that is like a very strong whiskey of sorts. And you didn't let it air at all.
Ugh. Well, in things such as these, I think a communal bottle is better than anything else.
There's a table. Start pouring all cup. I'll try to go see if the owner of the house will let us in.
Why don't we take a drink together first? I feel like, take
Yeah.
Galen.
As we're sitting, kind of thing. I'm saying this as I'm sitting pouring drinks.
Oh, you're cute. There's no chairs. There's no
Air,
Not like
benches.
this.
air squats.
There's tables, but they're all
Yes.
standing tables.
Okay,
People of
tables,
Valen
then.
are not weak enough to have to sit down.
It's good to be home.
Gray will sit
Good
on
to
the
be
table.
God, I miss chairs already. Pouring us in the chair.
Mhm.
Pouring onto the table our cups of shots for everyone in the parties here.
All right.
Here we go. Ready, guys? To Galen?
Yeah. To Galen.
Drinks.
And as you take those very deep drinks, Cade, someone runs up to your side and shoves you. Give me an athletics. Actually, no, you can't possibly beat that. Yeah. You all watch as a fairly large but young woman comes over and shoves him as he stumbles backwards and like kind of slams into a building. Hey, big bro, how you been?
Hey, Rule.
You see this very strong red-haired streaks inside of dark brown hair on this woman who's wearing loose robes and clothing about her, but she definitely has the significant air of Valen's about her. I was wondering when you'd come through.
Came back.
Yeah. Dad's still pissed off looks around. Ooh. Are either of those your new partner?
It's behind Gray.
Fine partner, but yes. All three of them have joined me.
Wow,
has a
you have
huge
a
smile.
really open... high five.
No.
Not like that, Errol. Kate has a huge smile on his face, like he is very happy.
I can't imagine a relationship with Flea.
Yeah,
There's
right.
We work together.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
So y'all keep his dumbass alive. Got it.
Actually the other way around. I'm actually good at protecting them.
It's a mutual situation.
She looks over at you, Gray. You don't have to lie for him. You know, it's fine. Like, I know
I'm
him.
not.
My little brother's a great guy. And she, like, throws her arm over his head and, like, pulls him down a little bit. She's definitely significantly more jacked than him. Not as jacked as everybody else here, but, like, yeah. And she's, like, a good 5'8", 5'10", you know? Like,
I'm getting runt of the litter vibes, Gray.
Okay. Guys, this is my younger sister, Arul. Arul, this is Forrest, our party's arcane user.
So
We have
Pleasure.
Miss Gray, our party's cleric. She's an Abaquan cleric, all the way out here.
really? She looks you up and down. It's like, huh. Yeah, you still got the look of one. Nice. You know, we have a few Bakwans in our community as well.
Really? I haven't heard of anyone else this far west.
Well, you know, when you need to start doing good things for the good of everybody, you end up coming through here and, well, what better place to help out all of Comorta, right? She elbows you hard in the side, Cade.
Yeah, you got that wrong. You don't got that wrong.
yeah, your
Of cour-
brother just got done slaying some vampires.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She, like, she walks over to you and then pulls your sword very quickly out and looks at it. Ah, crafty. Then hands you your sword back.
That's one of my strengths. One of
Your
the few strengths I got.
Valens have very few boundaries around personal space.
Well, when you're one of us, yeah. I mean, we're a loyal community, but what is yours is ours when you're a Valen, and what is ours is yours. So, what's the point in personal space?
As it is. We are just one big family kind of here.
Interesting.
And she picks up one of the cups for the table and just shoots it all the way back and turns it upside down. All right, that's my one.
Like for like this minute, then you're gonna have like another one the next minute.
No, I'm only allowed to have one per celebration. I'm not old enough yet.
How old are you?
No, and she just keeps walking.
Not like that.
If you do anything for us, I will have to give you the talk.
I could care less about those kind of things.
Anyways, you all see, Gray sees that there is a cloaked individual kind of like walking through the crowd directly up towards you all. Same general build and physique, and you're starting to notice the resemblance of everybody in Cade's family. Everybody has that same like jaw structure in their face. Very lightish colored hair that's usually on the verge of brown, but not exactly. And this individual just starts walking directly up behind Cade, and Cade doesn't seem to notice at all.
Another one incoming.
I'm just
As you
playing.
turn around, he just jumps under, grabs your legs, and lifts you up in the air. Hey, Cade! This is Callus.
This Callus? Oh, my younger brother.
Yep. Hey, how you been, man?
Fucking hell, I haven't seen you in a bit.
Right. He, like, drops you very suddenly, and yup. He's about 4 years younger than you, and you look up to him.
Yep. He's 4 years younger than me, and Rules is 6 years.
Significantly, yeah.
Very interesting thing about this the group notices. He's a tiefling.
How you all doing? It's very subtle features as well. Like, his horns are kind of, like, under his hairline and swoop a little bit, not very obnoxiously, and his general complexion is still, like, on par for, like, peachy, but, like, an emphasis on the peachiness. He looks over at all.
Good to see you back. You got the news?
Yeah, I heard, man. It's unfortunate Galen left. A little soon, but hey, that's the life, right?
I'll say in Infernal, he didn't leave in that sense.
I think all 3 of our family members turn to you. I think all the family members do.
Yup. Ah!
Yeah.
That's
I'm just
fun.
pouring myself another drink and playing with my cat, just not wanting to deal with a family reunion.
He looks over at you, Gray, and in Infernal will continue. I mean, he did leave. He left this world. He's on to another place to look after all of us, right?
Well, true. I just don't run into many people who view death in that particular way.
You live and you die. As long as it's a enjoyable experience and you do it for a worthy cause, c'est la vie, such is life.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. And like he like puts his arms around you and like shakes you and laughs and
Here we go.
Great, you notice his tail is like whipping around and pulls the jug and brings it over to him and feeding it to him.
And then I'll
I think this is the most relaxed and like informal y'all have ever seen Cade.
Can we switch this language to something we all understand, please? Because I'm just awkwardly standing here right now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. See, around here we try to learn each other's languages so that people are always comfortable. I apologize about that, man. Yeah.
No, it's fine. I mean, I can just.
Elven? Y'all want to speak Elven? Halfling.
Elven is fine.
I haven't been working on that. I haven't spoken that in a while.
Oh, come on, man. It's not that hard to learn Halfling.
It's not one I'm familiar with.
I've just been working
Alright,
Dwarvish for a while.
You're still on Dwarvish? Come on.
I'm just about finished. I'm about to after that. I'm thinking of moving on to Elvish next.
Well, anyways, Big Mama's been hoping you'd stop by her area. You might want to be a little He like looks at your armor and straightens a couple of the notches. Yeah, that'll probably do.
Are Mom and Dad not in the same place?
No, Dad.
That's here.
Yeah, Dad's here. Mom is on guard right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought maybe like they weren't together or something.
Whenever there's a celebration of life that we all participate in, it's important that all of the people who typically work have this opportunity to like hang out with each other and, you know, check everything on, and all of the masters of the homes are the ones on guard for the evening. I mean, Valerie's only able to come here for a few seconds before she has to head back to her guard shift. Flea, you're walking downstairs with... Not always, just whoever's the best.
Yeah, 50-50. It's kind of like, yeah.
He coughs a little bit. 60-40.
Ooh, but wait till we get all together on the table. I have some new stories. Been some interesting experiences I've had, well, outside of Alan. Vampires, trolls, all kind of things.
Nice. Oh, I can't wait to hear about it, man. He like shakes your shoulders. Oh, this is great. This is great. Hey, both of you, love you guys. You're awesome. You're fantastic. And I'll see you in a moment, all right? Hey! And just goes into the crowd, and a lot of people seem to like him a lot.
That was my brother Callius.
Do we have any more siblings popping up?
We should have one more. You'll see him when he comes by. You'll definitely see him.
Speaking of which, Gray, now that you know what to look for, your eyes scan and you see a mountain of a man kind of like sitting in front of the pyre, only about 2 feet away from it. You see the flames are almost like licking at his skin. Roughly about 6'6", large, broad shoulders, hairy arms that seems like he definitely trims his shoulders to keep everything a bit more, you know, well-looking, and completely open-chested with a vest. He's not really wearing any special gear or armament. And from the left side of him, he has 6 earrings going across, each one with a feather lying down.
Older, so like father age.
No, he looks like early 30s, but like what the fuck level of early 30s?
Cade. Is that also
Copernicus. Yep, that's Copernicus over there.
Kawa?
You can call him Cap for short. He hates the nickname though. Wait, don't call him Cap. He might. Copernicus, yeah, Copernicus. He's in 5. Let me introduce.
Yeah. And as you're kind of like looking over at him, he takes his hand and dips it into the fire and then pulls off some flames and just rubs it around his wrist. Gets a little bit of ashes on him.
That seems unnecessary.
Aurel, is that how it is? Aurel?
Yeah,
Aurel looks at you. It's part of his whole ritual thing.
He likes the old ways a lot. He's the most traditionalist out of all of us.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Keep your family close, right? That's the way they always have your back.
Mm-hmm. We got
So
one
the
more running
Feathers
around here.
Has 6 fights he should have died in.
By his perception. I was there. Yeah, I don't think he should have died.
Does she have any feathers on her?
You look at her and no feathers. Yeah. However, Callus has a feather like ring made out of a feather, but like kind of resin epoxy styled, like solidified around his one finger. And it is on his ring finger.
Okay, she'll like lean over. We'll need to chat.
Yeah, no problem. Kay is just in a mood of eclastes, is the word? Very happy. Happy to be home, happy to be a family, happy to celebrate.
And Gray just takes the bottle and is just liquid couraging it up.
Your best friend just died.
Yeah, we gotta celebrate it.
Yeah.
But in Valen,
Very,
it's a
very
celebration.
happy.
Valley
It's a
celebration.
celebration of
Brett-
life.
You
Gray
died
also
an honorable death too.
threatened Galen's life like 30 seconds before he died.
Yeah, that too. But you gotta think
Yeah.
that you
8
died
hours.
Galen, you died in an honorable death. That's a
Yeah.
huge difference between that. We know,
And,
at least in our religion, we know where your soul's going.
Well, and Gray will like look at the jug and be like, well, the only thing that could honor him more would be a public orgy. Does anyone else want a drink?
Okay.
Aurel kind of just
I'm
ah.
not gonna participate.
No.
No,
No.
I'm not saying that. Just that's just how he was.
So, like, if Cade were to die, we should just be on everybody's shoulders.
Aurel just looks over at you, Cade. Explanation now.
Oh, you haven't
Now.
heard this story.
No.
Please,
Oh, your
no.
brother's been arrested.
Oh, please
He
don't tell mother.
urinated on
Please
a
don't tell
guard
mother.
Off the side of a wall.
off the side of a wall. He was standing
He-
on a wall and peed
Pissed
on
on
his
a
shoulder.
guard?
Mm-hmm. Drunkenly pissed on a guard.
She like sticks her hand and like touches your shoulder while still sitting on the table. I've never been more proud to be your sister.
That's not something you should be proud of me for.
She then slaps you in the face like twice, just like the gentle slaps.
Oh, I think Callius would enjoy that so much.
Oh God. Yes, he would, but
You're
he'll never shut up
absolutely
about it.
right.
Please don't.
She points
Yep.
her finger over to him and slowly he looks back over at you all. And then he looks over at Caprinus and immediately runs over to him and very excitedly like tells him something. And like as he tries like throwing his arm over Caprinus just punches him in the face, keeping
There
him
he
at
goes.
arm's length. And then he turns and looks over at you, Cade.
He's gonna take the beer and just the alcohol and start shifting away.
Gray will notice and try and like grab the other end of the bottle and start pulling it back.
I
He's
can't
gonna
fight.
awkwardly wave. Like, oh God, he's gonna tell. He's gonna tell. Fuck.
He walks over towards you. And just towering above you, looking straight down.
Greenus.
Cade.
Sticks his hand out to shake it first, and then moves into hug him. Give him like a
He'll shake your hand and give you like a pat on the back, but not really.
kind of like that. Yeah,
good
not
hug.
a full hug, but like the pat on the shoulder.
The
Well,
bro.
I'm trying to pat his shoulder, but more the best.
Yeah,
language.
yeah. You're 5'5", right?
I'm like 5'8"-ish.
Oh, so you're Aurel's height. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's only a head taller than you. That's not too bad.
Yeah,
But
Kate
yeah,
isn't
he pats
too
you.
tall, not too short.
He pats you and then like pushes you back a little bit. When the fuck are you gonna grow up, man?
I'm the one that's outside right now, experiencing the world.
Yeah, that's what you call it. What if somebody did that shit to dad or mom? Reaches over
They
towards you,
did.
Gray, and like looks you dead in the eyes. May I?
Can I cast
She's just
precipitation
like
and play these like a harpsichord musical notes that Gray can hear of like this very loving, like awing kind of thing?
I
He
And you
takes
just
the
get
jug
the-
and just.
I would be pissed.
there's
I
like
did,
a glare.
I
Just
did go apologize
the one
after
eye.
for it. I did go apologize after it, and I would be pissed if someone did it to mom, dad. I probably, well, I couldn't say punch their face in, but of something of that nature. To the best of what I can do.
You would sternly say a few words to them.
Yeah.
But I'm home.
He'll give you back the jug. Thank you.
How's mom and dad been?
Dad's been training me, and mom's been busy taking up more shifts.
That's good. You feel ready for the position yet?
I'm gonna be in the trials tomorrow.
That's good. That's actually very good. Congratulations.
I'm aiming for body.
What is this for someone who's not a part of Valen? What is body?
Aurel looks over at you and goes, so every 3 to 6 months, or whenever we have like an increased number of us die, we have a trial where everybody gets to try to aspire to be labeled as the best of something. And our big bro right here, she pulls out a dagger and whips it at him as it stabs into his forearm and he rips it out. He's going for body.
The toughest of the toughest, the one who can endure everything. The shield.
like
I am very proud and excited. I'll make sure I'll be there tomorrow.
She leans over to you, Gray, and whispers, Galen thought the same thing. Don't worry.
she's just like, what do I do? And she's like, and then she'll just
I'm gonna
mouth
make
that, and then we'll cast a healing word on him.
This is
Very
my
nervously.
party of right now. This is Miss
Healing
Gray.
word is distance, okay? She's not like petting him.
Right,
Miss
but you
Gr-
don't. You could. Oh
You
no.
Good.
But currently she's got like the hood up and she's just like, I don't know what to do with this feeling. She's like freaking out about the whole thing.
You cast a spell on him, and he looks at the wound that, like, it barely trickled down a little bit, but thank you.
Rude, sorry, let me introduce y'all. This is my party. This is Miss Gray, our esteemed cleric. And this is
Hi.
Forrest, our esteemed arcane wizard.
Flea, did you see my message in Roll20?
I did. I'm making my way
Okay.
back. I'm not back yet, but I'm making my way.
All right, yeah,
I
doing these
just-
stairs twice. Make my way back.
106 feet.
Yeah.
6 feet.
I just had an image of Flea carrying a not much shorter than him chicken by the neck, just up the.
I need it
I'm
alive.
holding.
He
I'm holding
totally
him
has the
nicely.
body. Yeah. Remember, Flea and animals get along great. He talks
I know,
to
but
them.
it just is one of
But
those.
he's a
like,
druid. Druids are inherently
Listen, he's not Biscuit, okay? That's
Yeah, it's true.
Miss Gray, Forrest, this is Copernicus.
Is there a way to make
He-
the scent of like pheromones? That like
Well,
people
I
actually
mean-
get? Just wondering. I'm asking.
Oh, you mechanically, you have no idea. You don't have that level of perception to notice different scents of individuals. You know, like yeah, you need like a passive of like 25 minimum.
Damn. All right. I wanted
Yeah.
to Gray.
But yeah, and around this time, Flea walks around the corner holding a chicken that's just.
And
Perfect.
there's our final party member.
Flea, you're
Go,
fucking
brother.
tired.
Copernicus. This is our stand druid, Flea.
I'm sorry, just our final party member, and you like point, and it's just the chicken that's visible.
Hey, just. He sticks his hand out to each of you and shakes, and Flea, he'll like lean down to give you a handshake as well. Pleasure to meet you.
This is a rule.
Uh-huh.
Copernicus, my sibling, younger sister, older brother. I have a younger brother running around here somewhere too. There he is. Points to Callus.
You see him like on top of one of the pillars right now, like just like singing and like straddling it, having a great time. Oh.
Yep, in honor of
Are you a little hungry there? I recommend you don't cook it over the pyre.
I don't think we're going
That-
to. I'm.
That was a
my
joke.
my plan is not to eat the chicken.
Oh, are you a vegetarian? I've heard about those. Thought it was a myth.
What? No, I eat meat. Just
Yeah, same here.
I just wasn't planning on chowing down on Gertrude tonight.
Why did you?
Oh,
name
you
it?
named her.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't have named it.
Gertrude.
Oh
You
no!
shouldn't have named
No,
it.
don't
Why'd
they
you
already
ask
have?
him?
Don't they already have names? Like, do they?
No.
Do chickens have names that they call themselves?
Not typically. Chickens are usually very stupid.
I
Flea, the
don't-
entire conversation you had the way up here was bop, 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 food! Bop, bop, food! And that was all they were capable of. Very stupid.
So maybe its name is food.
It's not a Pokemon, it's a chicken.
I'll hand Gertrude over to Forrest.
Oh no.
So,
Well,
I'm opening up Flea's bag and putting the chicken in the bag.
your siblings.
do you
then.
mind getting up on the table? It hurts my neck to I'm sorry, we don't have a lot of short people around here.
Carefully,
Not
and
tough enough, eh?
Gray will reach down and just lift him and put him up.
I mean, he like looks you now, like now he's only slightly looking down at you. I have no idea, but it's just my neck has a few kinks in it. I got done 18 hours of beating earlier, so
Only 24 more
Settle
hours
down,
to go.
Gray.
I have a salve.
what for muscle relaxation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, could I
Is it-
trade you for it?
Kate is right now whispering to
Sure.
a rule behind their back while just watching
You know,
them two
I
interact.
hear that salve needs to be applied like physically, right? Like usually like
Like,
massaged into the skin. You may want help, and Gray's a very strong healer and practitioner of ointments. And
there is just a glare out of the one eye. It's just.
I think she's interested in him. I do think she might be. I'm whispering to a rule right now.
Yeah,
Forrest
and
is really
Aurora.
smart. He might be able to help you put it on.
I mean, yeah, if you wouldn't mind, you know. I mean, you need to get the right delts. You have to get all of these other muscles that I, as a DM, can't name, but he definitely knows.
I mean, you don't want it. Look at these hands; they're horribly shaken. They would just be
That's
like.
fine. I'll get to
slip
it myself. It's not a problem.
No,
Don't worry.
I'll help.
I mean,
And
All
she's just like panicking, but like to shut Forrest up.
and
like,
Slide.
Aurel
see
like
falling
looks
red.
at you from over his shoulder. clearly standing on her tippy toes to look over his shoulder.
Blinds alcohol to Gray.
And she just a little bit more.
Kadamas, your friends are weird.
They're my friends.
Yeah.
Point taken.
Did he tell you that he helped save us from a vampire?
Yeah, I heard. Congratulations, a good kill.
It was an interesting experience with two vampires. Good. Ooh.
I've actually been working on a strategy for anything that comes at you with their maw. And he pulls out a twisted dagger, like towards the front. It's twisted at the peak, and the bottom of it has like spikes outwards.
Oh, you're gonna shove it in the mouth and clamp so they can't bite down.
Well, if they try to bite down on my arm, they're going to be stabbing it into their own brain.
What if
Just
they
gotta
bite
stick
your
my
ankle?
hand. He looks at his leg, which is bigger than you. I guess I'll stomp on it a little bit.
No, it's just you have something for, above. I just...
Oh, yeah, Hey, Callus. Yeah? Bring it here. Yes. And you watch as he waves his hand and then leaps downwards, runs over towards one of the huts, and comes back with this giant axe that, like, he's kind of, like, holding, but, like, definitely is straining a little bit, and hands it over to him that takes it and just...
Gray's like, looks at her axe and then looks at his axe, and it's just like...
Yeah, it has a really good, He swings towards the ground like a pendulum.
Really?
Usually
careful
works for
with
me
that thing.
pretty well. Oh, I won't hurt anybody that doesn't
Swing it
deserve it.
around, you can just knock somebody out.
Yeah.
I'm
Is there a
being
lot of
good.
body
Lot-
spray when you hit the... Is there a lot of body spray when you hit the enemy? With your axe?
Depends how light they are. Usually just a little bit of mist.
Mm.
You're welcome, Gray.
Yeah, you can get them. Generally, you can cut right through them with that.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
I can't
When it
even
needs to
piece
get
anyone
done.
back together with that yet.
When did you and Callius get back to town?
We received a hawk that told us that we might want to come back a little early. So, that and, I mean, we kind of ran out of, what do you call them?
Beads?
No, what are the things you use to, like, break down doors?
Battering rams?
Battering rams, yeah. We kind of ran out of the handheld battering rams, so... Guess I'm gonna have to make a few more, huh?
When in doubt, anything that's big enough can be a battering ram.
Yep.
But, how have you been? How have you been, personally?
Good.
Do you all stay in the same house?
Yeah.
I'll pull that out of a hut, so I was just...
Yeah. That's the, weaponry over there. We usually have a couple of weapons just on standby for each of us. New character? Yes. Yeah, Biscuit. New character will be coming soon. But, yeah, this isn't my preferred weapon. That waits until I go on watch, which,
You
that'll
still
be
using
fun.
that old thing? You still using that old thing?
yeah. It was Mom's.
Jesus.
I thought you would want something new.
I honor my family. And then he just, like, walks
Yeah.
and bumps into you, Cade, and your body does not have a fighting chance. You just...
Yeah,
no.
fuck no, hell no.
Was that pretty
Yeah.
direct, what he just said there?
Oh, yeah, very direct.
Okay, alright.
And he just walks away. Back over to the fire. Where you see there is a couple of other individuals similar to him, like, height-wise, yeah, build physique-wise, like, pretty strong, but, like, only a couple of them are remotely as, like, actually well defined as his body is. And they seem to be taking a little bit of the ashes and like drawing it into the tattoos on their arms.
Well, be careful if he has.
You
He's
should know
good at
better than
heart.
to say that. You should know better than to say that to him. Come on now.
I
Come
know,
on.
but it's the
Katie,
job
snap
of the
you
younger
into-
brother. It's the job of the younger brother to annoy the older.
Aren't you the middle brother?
Yeah, I am.
Is it that obvious?
Isn't that like the ghost of the family?
I'm gonna pointedly glare at you.
Callus, like,
No.
hey, guys, come on.
Oh,
We're here to
jokingly
celebrate a
glare, jokingly glare.
life. We're here to celebrate a life, guys.
Life
Come
and death.
on.
This is true. Let's have another
No.
drink. Gray,
More
you-
drinking?
Yes!
You're drunk.
I'm not drunk.
The bottle's about half empty.
If I
Yes,
had, if I
we
had
have
gust,
my-
I'd blow it at her.
do we have my old, I can't remember if I call it a fiddle or viola. Probably viola would be a better term for how to say it. Yeah, viola. Get my old viola. Still here. Play some song for us. I'll play some.
I mean, it's down over towards the home, but aren't you supposed to go ask Dad if you guys can stay with us tonight?
Planning to do that after once the celebrations die down a little bit.
Why don't you do it? You scared to do it, Cabe?
No, more of just letting all celebrations come to a full conclusion first.
Callus is nodding his head behind Cade.
No, very much Kate is like, it's a little bit of like, yeah. And
can
especially
just-
because he did something very recently he shouldn't have.
We can just camp out. It's okay.
No,
No,
I
Kate,
will
ask,
make sure.
ask if we
I
can
will.
stay.
Yeah, Grade really
I
needs to
will.
go give a massage to someone.
I bet.
Aurel kind of like chuckles at this.
But
You're hilarious.
Like the group.
Well, I mean, you all are kind of funny, but she's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
is there something I should know? Am I missing something?
Oh, I'm not going to tell
Miss-
you. And she then
Miss
goes, like,
Gray.
leaving away.
It is perfectly fine.
When a species sees something else that entices them,
Forrest.
they tend to want to breed with them, and it usually is very obvious.
I love
Callus
the birds and the
just
bees. I like this
bursts
talk.
out laughing.
Listen, I'm not a
Oh.
life cleric, all right?
Oh.
Yes, but the natural biological need in order to reproduce
this
and
conversation
push
about
on their
my-
genes is very important to the.
With this conversation about my brother, I'm gonna go find Dad.
This
I'm
is a
gonna-
natural thing in life.
And
He's
I'm gonna
gonna-
like pat him on the head and give him guidance just in case he talks to him in
Yeah.
the next minute.
Yeah. All right, Cade, roll me a perception or investigation, your call. And Aurel is just bursting out laughing right now, and Callus is kind of having like a decent little chuckle with himself. Roll a d4. 15. You do see him leaning against one of the pillars that are towards the center of this arena, and he looks over at you and then just back over at the fire.
So more of just. I'm just gonna walk up to him. Dad.
Gray, even in your intoxicated state, and I assume everybody else who's curious about his family dynamic, middle-aged man, late 40s, early 50s, shaved head to hide the fact that he's going bald, graying beard that like sits against his face, like definitely trimmed along the sides to keep it out of his like combat zone, but keeping it more centralized down. Very heavy set wrinkles under his eyes, and he has tattoos all across his body leading down to his hands, where even the fingernails seem to be like dyed black a little bit. Kadamus.
I have returned.
continues looking at the fire.
I am reading lips at this point.
Yep. Right now, the lips are,
Just for you, Joe.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But at this event, this is not
Yeah.
public.
Yeah. Yeah, no. He opens his mouth, kind of closes a few times.
Speak.
I'm happy to be back. Is it okay for my group of my party members to stay in our home for tonight?
Yes.
Thank you.
Though they're gonna have to share Galen's old room.
That will be fine. How's Mom?
Well,
Good. Cade's gonna drink and just sit there, look towards the fire with him. That's what Cade's gonna be doing for a while. Just staying around Dad.
a couple of hours go by, everybody, and the festivity seems to continue on until the flames inside of the pyre turn into just a little bit of kindling at the bottom. Where then, at that point, the Valen people take their own shifts to keep the flame alive for at least the next 7 days. Just barely. Small. 24-hour watch, though, to make sure it stays like that. At the end of this entire process, the place becomes very, very empty as people end up going back home, leaving behind only a handful of people. The Cades all seem to be here. And one or two other individuals. And then yourselves, of course.
Okay, temperaments. Shall we embark back home? Well, to my home. I'm asking towards Gray, Forrest, and Flea.
Yeah, let's go. I need to do something.
Please don't set my family's home on fire. Please don't set my family's home on fire.
Oh, there's gonna be no fire involved in this.
I'm even more worried now. Okay.
So, as you're all kind of like walking in that direction, you all see Costas take a step out. He's only about 6'2", 6'3", slightly bigger than the average Valen, but not obnoxiously like his son. His muscles look a bit fatigued. Like, he's definitely somebody who was in incredible shape 5-10 years ago, but now age has been making it a little more difficult for him to keep up with it. As he steps over towards you all. My name's Costas. You all are welcome to stay inside of my family home, so long as you are visiting us here in Valen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Kadamus will take care of your situation. Make sure all of you have any niceties that you require, though don't expect too much accommodation. We don't have a whole lot of simple comforts that aren't earned here. I'm taking first watch, he says without looking at you. You take them back.
I got it. He's gonna lead him back to the family home.
You walk down a couple of sets of stairs, only about like 60 or so. And then there's a platform that stretches around where you see all of these hobbled homes built into the mountainside itself. And as you walk past, you all have a couple of people out front who are laughing and drinking still, and a couple of others that seem to just be sitting on their stoop, like staring up at the sky, contemplating life. And then you get over to Cade's, which looks similar to many of the other ones, though it does have Cade over top of it as well. And on the front, it has 4 golden bars placed into the stone itself. symbolizing 4 outstanding members of Valen live at this location. Of course, your sister's not old enough yet to count.
And I am. Home sweet home. Kid has a simple smile on his face and opens the gate.
Did we notice the gold bars like on a lot of the homes as like we're walking down and stuff?
Several of them. None of the homes in this section of town have that many bars, though. Maybe 1, maybe 2. And even a few of them have bronze bars as well.
Are the family members like walking with us too?
Orel and Callus will, but Caprinus stays behind a little bit longer.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Callus what the bars represent.
That's the number of protectors we have inside of the home. So if anything ever goes wrong, our allies know which homes they should be looking for the closest, and expect a bit more help. So yeah, I mean, there's my mom, my dad, my older brother, Caprinus, and me.
And Cade isn't there because he doesn't live here now, right?
He looks back at you, Cade, and Orel chimes up. No, he's not there because he's not recognized as one of us. Not as a protector of Valen.
Well, that's good because he protects us. He's protected us from trolls and vampires.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm not belittling my big brother.
Yeah.
He's cool.
He
It's
saved
just a
us from
statement.
embarrassing social situations.
Really? And she just keeps looking at you, Gray.
Yeah, actually, I'm terrible.
He is.
He may stumble, but he definitely makes up for it.
I was actually referencing you and my brother earlier, but okay, sure.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Yeah. He definitely helped you out so much right there.
That was more of a show for me. It was quite scripted. But don't worry. Give it time. There will be a 5th gold bar up there. That I can promise.
Yeah, next year. Next year I get to go. Are you rejoining
6.
Valen?
6. In time I will.
I mean, Kadamas, if you're going to be joining Valen again, I mean, that'd be great. I mean, like, we definitely need a more fresh outlook on this world, you know? Not everybody needs to be big, dumb, and stupid in order to be recognized around here. Callus looks back. Hey! I'm not dumb. And then smiles and keeps walking.
No, you aren't,
Yes.
Callus. No, you aren't.
Big and stupid?
You got it! And he opens up the front door for you all. As you walk into the estate, it is a very sizable home built into the mountain itself. There are sconces of hanging lights, and the entire area is warp stone that has been chiseled and smoothed out in order to accommodate people in here. There are all manners of different weapons and large trophies of significant battles for each member of the family, and each member gets their own wall inside of different rooms as well. And there is a wall dedicated to Kadamas, and there appears to be one trophy on it as well, the head of an owlbear. And Callus, of course, will tell you, yeah, each one of us has our own wall. We keep little trophies just to, look back on what we've done and a few memories of who we've lost. And yeah, welcome to our home. He twists his hands and all of the lights ignite. I love doing that.
So spell casting is a thing here.
Yeah.
Oh,
But did he tell you it's not?
No,
I just made an assumption after talking to
I did tell you that.
Who is the old woman?
1 second.
Old woman.
Vanessa?
Vanessa?
Yeah, the mother, the
Valerie's mother, Vanessa.
yeah. the
Wait,
old
you
woman.
met Vanessa?
She was at the...
She came
she's
and
nice.
talked to Flea and
Very nice, very strong woman.
Yeah. She's the one who's been training our little sister, and he starts like shaking his sister's shoulder aggressively. Yeah. She chose me to look after. She rolls her eyes.
She has like 28 something feathers, so sounds like a good person to follow.
31 nowadays.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, she's a legend. Great leader, a fantastically wise individual. Just old-fashioned. I don't know why she took special interest in me. Probably because once in a while things go whoopsie, you know.
Well, consider
More
yourself
traditionalist,
lucky.
yeah.
You're a caster?
Yeah, kind of. There was a little incident that happened when I was a newborn, and there was this a dragon kind of got to me and tried to incinerate me, but my body apparently didn't like that, so it took on a little bit of something else.
On it, just in my mind.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
There are incredibly rare situations where latent magic inside of individuals can be awakened through incredibly stressful and incredibly dangerous situations, especially when it happens to them during a moment of mental weakness. And when that happens, their magic can be awakened to protect them, but they don't really have tremendous control over it, more of a guiding factor of it. These are typically referred to as sorcerers.
You will be one of the best magic users in our town. I have no doubt about that.
Why do you all keep trying to make me be a magic user? She like goes over and like lifts you up, Cade. Like, come on! Like,
Could you imagine doing that and freezing them in that
You have
spot?
why would I need to? I'll just break their neck.
You have
So
a
much
gift.
easier.
But you have a gift for it.
God, you sound like her. It's annoying.
No.
And
Hey,
you're not wrong
sis,
off there.
don't knock it. It's good to be a magic user in this era. Yeah, I know, but like, it should be everybody's choice, right? You're best at something. If you want to be the best, that's what you got to do. You're the best at not knowing what the fuck you're doing. And she just punches him square in the jaw.
Well, at least there's magics that you can use to support people, yourself,
What?
others.
Oh, yeah. I might want to learn one of those one day.
Mhm.
I can do this. And she waves her hand and a ball of fire appears and then falls onto the floor and then just starts quickly.
Jesus.
And
Now
I
let me
will,
roll.
That's new.
I will. Let's see. What do I want to?
Flaming
show
spear?
off?
Yeah.
I will bring up inflict wounds just into my hands and not touch anyone with
Just
it.
backing away.
But it's
Backing
like
up.
it looks like veins like across her arms.
See? Now that's cool, but apparently you can't just keep it on you. Like, that's so useless. I would want that, like, do you know how much I fuck people up with that?
And she like shakes it and lets it go. But imagine using that with a weapon.
Isn't there? Correct me if I'm wrong, but Force, isn't there like there's buffing magic, right? There's magic that augments your strength and other factors about the fight for yourself to fight close range.
Yes.
You,
Yes.
Something I'm capable of as well.
you could specialize in that.
Or
Or
you
some-
can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah, there is that.
Is that? I'm just saying, you are very
Yeah.
good at magic.
Though what would be cool, just thought about it. You hunt dragons with the gift from the dragon.
I've thought about it.
Mm.
I mean, I think I could really be a wyvern rider. I think I could do it.
Are there a lot of those? Or would you be the first one?
She looks over at you, Cade. Oh. Wyvern Riders are a particular group of us Valen, higher up the mountains, where we still have terrorized the area and, terraformed it into homes. There are wild wyverns that exist freely there, and sometimes when they come down a little lower, some of us have to, tame them to work with us.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My
I think I
brother
can do it.
Forrest.
Are you sure you have the last animal we had? Last pet we tried to get. He's like grimacing, kind of like jokingly grimacing. Remember what happened to the last pet we tried to get?
Hey, okay? I was 14. Give me a break. Come
You're
on.
15.
I just turned 15. It doesn't even count. Come on. Don't
Which
worry, I
one's
can do
a-
it this time. I can do it this time.
I will say no more.
Which one's Caprinius's wall? Looks at Gray.
Kitchen or dining hall, sorry. And she walks over towards a different area and pulls back these large curtains, and you see all of these sections and segments of different creatures that are labeled underneath them as confirmed kills, as well as names of individuals and some of their personal belongings. You look across the area, and he has like 10 trophies of note. No. Yeah, he's been really hyper-focused on becoming the best. The body.
I can see it from him. I can see it. Arrow from, but has it been? He's still working towards the family, right?
Of course. Yeah. No, he wants to be the next leader. He wants to replace Mom.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. It's going to be
Honest-
great. I think he's going to do a great job at it.
I think it's yeah, but I'm just worried about. He's gonna push. Trying to think the best way to describe someone who's just a jokingly would say, "Gonna get you for jaywalking" kind of thing.
He might be a little uptight, but
Yeah.
he means well, and he cares more about Valen than almost any of us.
Oh, I didn't say anything about that.
I mean,
It's
think
just
about it. If somebody was coming after us, who would you want to protect you? Let's be
there's
real.
no one-
Cade. I
Yeah.
would want Cade to protect me.
Well, yeah, we're all here. Oh, I'm not sure if he told you. Cade's his last name. We're all Cade.
We're the Cade family.
Adamas,
Do you
then
not
I
know
would
his
want
name?
to protect me.
Oh, sorry. I was really hoping you guys didn't know his real name. Like, just
Tell
Christian Cade is the best.
Adamas.
Kadamas Cade.
Christian's our cousin.
Yep.
You still have.
Well,
I won't comment.
all right. Well, dibs on the bath. Your brother stretches. I'm going to be taking that up first, of course. Nobody bother me while I'm in there. I will not have clothes on.
I'm coming in second. If you're not in there within the next 30 minutes, I'm coming in.
I'll be in the kitchen. Don't bother me. I won't have clothes on.
Wait, I need to go back.
Oh,
Arel busts out laughing when you say that, Flea.
Just imagine him in the cabinet, just naked, eating everything in sight.
With his tiny ass, just like... but
Somebody
yeah.
comes in, turns into like a squirrel, and just runs off.
Ah! But anyways, he goes upstairs, and the stairs are kind of like one of those spirals sectioned off that expands further around inside of the mountain as well. And Arel is going, all right, well, I'll show you all to your room. It might be a little cramped for you, given that there's going to be 3 of you in there, so... Yep, come on.
It's okay. I'll just sleep on the bed.
if you can get
Sure.
tally is later. I'll tell you the other stories that mom and dad don't want to hear. Nor don't want to talk about Bernice.
It'll have to wait until after tomorrow. We have to be
Yeah,
daybreak. Yeah.
Well, I was hoping tonight kind of thing. I was just thinking before we sleep.
Sure, I'll pull an all-nighter, no problem. Right now it's close to like 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's close 1 a.m. That's my bad.
Yeah, it's late. But I mean, yeah, people in Valen pull all-nighters all the time. It's great.
Yeah. But don't you need
that'll be
sleep for
quick.
tomorrow?
Oh, I'm not going to be participating in the trials. And Callus gets a bye year this year because last year he that was funny. But yeah. So he and I are perfectly fine. We don't have to participate.
Kate,
Next
are
year
you
I get
going?
to participate.
Are you going to participate?
I was not required to participate for a long time.
Well, you're back, and it's like perfect timing.
Could show them all your neat moves. Well, not all. I wouldn't do the knee one, but
Out of get more of out of character. Could I participate?
If you participate, that is declaring that you wish to rejoin or to officially join the ranks of the militarized few in Valen, which means you stay in Valen.
Permanently, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, they send you out to adventure and do things, but like your position is here in Valen. You answer to Valen.
But
there's always next.
Cad actually very contemplative right now, because it's like at this time, I'm assisting my party members. I will come back and do the trials.
Hey, maybe we'll both get it at the same year, huh?
I'm making sure I get it before you.
You're funny. Anyways, alrighty, she like sniffs herself, am gonna go to bed. See ya.
Agatha, make sure you shower in the morning.
We're in the room, right? Is that where?
Oh, she
what
showed
is
you
that?
the room, so yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I need the chicken.
So the three of you are in the room. Cade, you can be in the room with them, or you can go to your own room.
Dave can go to his room for a bit. That's
It
just
is the rooms themselves are the most simple aspect of this home. They are only designed for function. You sleep here, you get dressed here, you keep a few valuable items here, and that's it. Everything else happens everywhere else. So the three of you in here, if Flea wasn't so small, it would be very uncomfortable for you all to be in here. But one of you has to decide who's taking the bed. It is not large enough for you to share.
Is there
They're like-
We'll pull out our hammock and set it up.
Take the bed.
It's just probably gonna spend 30 minutes hanging with you, then go take a bath, then go bathe.
And currently, you don't see Flea, probably.
Did you leave the bag, Flea?
No. There's a chicken.
Yeah, I asked you to leave the bag so I could take the chicken.
Can I be next?
This is Valen.
Okay.
The bag's probably at the foot of the bed. For us.
Yep, cool. I'm just.
There's a chicken
pulling the
just
chi-
sitting with
I'm
its head out.
pulling the chicken out.
It looks you in the
Gray's
eyes.
in the room.
Think all
Thank
four
you
of
for
us.
what you're about to give me, and I'm taking him over the table and getting my magical stuff out.
And he just starts pecking at like little bits on the table. It's an incredibly simple and small room, but yeah.
All four
Cade,
of us
you
in
go
there for
down
now.
there, and Callus, of course, did not hurry. One aspect about him is he is the furthest person in all of Valen from Modest. He doesn't care. But
Yeah.
you do have a nice conversation. You're brothers. Sharing a bath is not that big of a deal here. But yeah.
Gray, I'm going to be dissecting this chicken, so if you want to stay here, that's up to you.
Dissecting this chicken. Why?
Oh, no reason. Can I snap the chicken's neck? Say, like, thank you.
Be an athletics check.
Oh,
I
shit.
hope you can. I hope you can.
Welcome to Valen, where even our chickens are strong.
We'll fast forward 20 seconds until you successfully do it.
The moment he does, healing word.
Oh, that poor
What are you
chicken.
doing to this chicken?
What are you doing?
I need something from it.
What?
Its heart.
Why?
A spell.
What kind of a spell uses a chicken heart?
It's a new spell, okay? Just
Another 20 seconds later.
You should have just used your dagger.
Yeah.
I have to use the dagger now.
If this has anything to do with that skull.
Huh? What skull?
Or I should say, like, glaring with the one eye, just...
It has. I'm not using the skull. Don't you need to get ready to give someone a massage, anyways?
Cat's only been gone, like, 20 minutes.
I'm just taking my dagger out. I'm gonna go for the chicken.
You hear from under the bed. You're giving Cad a massage?
Technically right. Well, she's giving a CAD. Okay.
Anyways.
Listen, if this is dealing with the skull, I want it by tomorrow. You can have your fun tonight.
Wait, you're gonna let me? Deal. You can have the skull tomorrow. This had nothing to do with the skull, but thank you.
But now you have a
Yes,
dead
and
chicken.
she,
What are
like-
you gonna do?
I am getting the heart of it
Okay.
because
Easy
it's
enough.
for a spell.
Yep.
So.
And after shaking on it, Gray will go downstairs.
Alrighty. Now, Cade and Callus are both leaving the bath hole around the same time. Yeah. Cade wears a towel, of course.
Yeah.
Callus has his towel over his shoulders. As you walk
It's
past.
just- Yeah, we're just discussing.
No, he's a tiefling. It's 2d6
Oh yeah, good point.
Plus charisma.
plus charisma.
And he seems rather charming. So Gray's just like,
Hello.
Sorry about that. Just keeps walking. It makes you feel any better, Mr. Manhattan. So.
I need to...
That fucking traumatized me as a kid. Giant blue dick.
Yeah.
Jesus, fuck.
Yeah. But anyways, he just walks up the stairs laughing and just like, heading back up.
Do you mind if I go get dressed first, or do you want to talk for a sec?
You can dress first if it's...
Thank you. And Cad's gonna go to his room and get dressed.
Alrighty. 4 minutes later. And he's not wearing any of his armor yet again. Very comfortable.
He even has his hair down, like, instead of it being in a ponytail, it's down. Legolas looking motherfucker.
I can't necessarily get to the back of my hair. It's very long. And like, it's for the first time you've actually seen Gray with all of her hair showing, and it's like down past her ribs, like almost to her waist.
Cad's hair is to his buttocks. Yeah.
So like, please help.
Do you want help?
Please.
Yep. Cad's gonna help with your hair.
And as you work it, there's like different braids at different spots with like beads and stones and bones like woven into
Should
it.
I mess with the beads and the braids at all, or any of the trinkets inside of it, or me leave that alone? Me take them out and put them into a small pile?
Yes, that'll be fine. I'll put them in later.
Just want I can help with that too.
Thank you.
There's one thing I probably could have won this time is for the hair. There's one thing I could have won for the best of.
I've never cut it.
You should trim it, make sure it don't get any dead ends. That would really help. Keep that hair nice and healthy. So, welcome to Valen. How y'all? Welcome to my home. Just still untangling your hair while speaking. Just behind Miss Gray.
It's interesting. I've never met a place that handles death so well.
it's a thing of life. People die, simple as that. The best way we explain it is, as long as we're gonna die for something, death is glory, and there will be promised a place in afterlife for it.
And
The traditional, it kind of very old traditional way of thinking. We've kept tradition with it, kind of, as we evolved. Well, not evolved, that's trying to think the best way. As we progressed and became more touch with the world around us, we kept old traditions, though. Same.
My people have done the same. And the way that your family treats you, are you okay?
Oh yeah. Yes, like we're a very affectionate family. What's the best way to describe it? We don't show love through soft words. We show love through actions.
So the making fun of you see as words instead of actions?
That's just them being dicks. That's my.
Oh,
It depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking about the town or my actual siblings?
all of it, I guess.
It's a 50-50. The siblings, it's more of. It's affectionate. They're not doing it out of hostility or spite. They're doing it more of. We're siblings. It's hard to explain. They rip on me. I rip on them. If you do something stupid, you're probably gonna get punched. Yeah, it's just we're a very physical family.
I see. But you know that I think very highly of you, no matter what they say.
Trust me, I grew up with this. I understand. They have decent reason to treat me as I'm made of glass for a reason. For a long time when I was young, I can't think of the correct word. It's
an invalid?
I was an invalid growing up. It's kind of, I've gotten stronger, gotten better, gotten healthier. But reputations of, if you see someone your whole life as an invalid, it's hard to change. If you see for 12 years the baby bluebird, and you see it a few years later as a hawk, you're still going to treat it like the baby bluebird.
I didn't know that bluebirds can change into hawks.
I am horrible at metaphors. I am so sorry, but I am horrible at metaphors.
I think I see where you're getting at, but
kind of, yeah. Just weak constitution growing up as a kid. Couldn't really participate in the family slugfests. Couldn't participate in the family boxing matches in the family, wrestling matches in the family, fighting pits. He just goes on and just describes different fighting things.
Cad.
Sorry.
What I was trying to get at is that it's easy to have a warrior's heart when you're bigger than anything else out there, but it's more difficult to have a warrior's heart when you're people can underestimate you.
Cat's just thinking of words to say. Yeah, I guess. Don't worry about any abuse or anything like that. It's not that situation, though. If you're worried about that. It's just, yeah. just for a very. I'm going to. Words are not going to change the perception of me. Actions will. And as I adventure with y'all, and hopefully as I come back a little bit later in life, a little bit older, a little bit much more mature, a little bit more experienced, and when I shove it in their face, then their perceptions of me will change. Until I grind their nose into the dirt of what my view of me is.
Well, I'll be there to patch you up.
I thank you, Miss Gray. And that. Oh. And that. Been enjoying Valen, enjoying the sights, I'm betting.
Once you start, I will drown you.
If you can find water around here.
I'm in the bath.
You go into the bathroom, that's your own prerogative. If you want me to tell you what time he showers at, I can tell you.
I'm not going to sneak.
Oh, just walk in. You will probably get punched though if you do walk in.
I'd rather not.
That hurt.
That would hurt.
Depends on, if you walk in on Callius, you'll be fine, but if you walk in on Copernicus,
If you walk in on Callius, he'll tell you how warm the water is.
Yeah.
Just, it's nice.
Like, half of my face is already scarred. I don't need the other half.
Yeah, more scars are always for the better. There was another story.
By the way, Gray, did you see my message? Roll 20. That was a few minutes ago.
Gotcha. Well, I suppose I should make time for everyone else in here.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to sleep. We had the trial tomorrow, and if we have time, and after that, the trial's an all-day thing, right, Joe? It's like a
yes, but each trial has its own time frame that is suggested at. Bodies have to go first because it is an endurance test of all day. It is who has the strongest body. Straight up. So it is a long day of endurance testing. And they change it each year.
Yeah, we're probably gonna be up very early in the morning to go support Copernicus. At least I will. Y'all don't have to come if y'all don't want to, but
Wake
I'm
me before you go.
I'll make sure with you. Forrest, Blade, do y'all want to do up then?
Like,
They're still upstairs. You're in the bath right now.
Oh yeah.
Like
I just want to go like hold the dead chicken, like yeah, and it's just like.
Yeah, sure.
He peeks out from the curtain. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh.
Oh, there's Blade. I always have to shout Blade because you never know where he's at.
Pops out of the water. Sure.
Sorry, my bad. I forgot that they weren't with us.
Yeah,
Tell
no
them.
problem.
I'll wake them up anyway. I'll wake them up. I think it's like
Oh
6.
no. No. I
it's 1
don't
o'clock.
ship it.
So it's about 1 o'clock. Yeah, 6 o'clock. I'll wake them up at. Wake them up at
Alrighty.
6. Yeah, and then maybe I can meet some. Show you around town.
Okay. Is there coffee here?
No, we don't have coffee here.
Tea?
Tea we do have. We
Black
do have
tea?
tea. It's very pricey though. It's very, you get
Whatever
rare
it
shipments.
costs.
You can probably the general store could have like maybe a few.
They don't accept money in Valen. Not for general stuff that's not necessary. You have to trade.
Yep.
Get fucked, everybody who trades in all their valuable gems to get gold. But
do you-
anyways. Yeah.
After that, yeah, just show you around, meet some interesting people that I know. I could show you to my old mentor too.
All right.
And yeah, finish up with the bath, I guess. At the finishing, do you want me to braid your hair before, so you can sleep with it braided, or we like to sleep with it loose?
If you want to do a
Cat is
small
very
braid,
important about this.
a small braid here, and then I'll get one here, but most of it loose.
Okay, I got you.
And so she'll
Cat will
get
do it. Yeah,
the ones
Cat
that-
will quickly braid your hair. say a little bit of French. Yeah. Sorry.
And after this whole process, you all end up going to sleep, but Cade, you stay up a little bit later and sit outside on your balcony, and when we get back from break, you're going to have a little visitor. So, we will be right back. Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. Before we jump into the action, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps our channel to continue to grow, and it allows us to create more content such as this. Especially if you like our shorts, because apparently people are liking some of our shorts. If you want all of the dramatic and comical and inappropriate moments that happen inside of our universe to be posted as shorts, well, like, comment, and subscribe. It's how we get to do all that shit. In addition to that, if you want to support us even further, consider becoming an NPC lover, as you'll be able to support us financially directly by joining us for just a few dollars a month here on YouTube. And if you're interested in joining our community, you can join our Patreon down in the link or in the description down below. Anyways, let's get to it. Players, where last we left off, you all had participated in some of the festivities of this remembrance that you commit to for Galen, your fallen friend and ally. In doing so, you met a handful of the family members of Kadamas, realizing probably for the first time for many of you that Cade is not short for Kadamas. Cade is his surname, and so everyone in his family is Kadamas. So you're kind of dealing and reacclimating with having to call him Cade or Kadamas or Caddy or anything else you want to do out of all of that. And after you were meeting a few of them, they all seem to have very vibrant personalities or extreme personalities, despite the one individual who has almost no personality at all being very, very, very attractive in Gray's mind. Who would have thought? All looks, no personality. But anyways, as you interact with... Come on, he was so dry. Like, so dry. But anyways, after interacting with all of this, you were all accepted to stay at the Cade family estate, where you learned a little bit about the culture of Valen, and some of you stayed behind to either butcher a chicken or sleep or take a bath. But as Cade is the last person awake right now, sitting on his balcony, you notice an individual who's kind of sitting beside the balcony, not very far from you. He doesn't look like he's from around here, and you don't recognize him immediately, but a couple of people passing by look over at him and look at you and just keep walking, minding their own business. Dar, would you like to describe yourself?
Dar is a tall, male elvish figure in a hood and robes with a crossbow strapped to his back, and long brown hair that's not very well kept. And that's that for now.
You're muted.
When you say beside the balcony, do you mean... What do you mean
Like
by
on
that?
some of the rocks, just chilling.
Okay. Like, I'm trying to think if it'd be odd for him to be there, kind of thing, in my mind.
I mean, it's a little uncomfortable for most individuals, but he seems to be relaxing on it fairly easily.
But good afternoon. Well, good morning now. Yeah. Good morning. Kind of giving you a strange eye.
Good morning. Were you a friend of the recently deceased?
Yeah. I was a good friend of him. You?
Never met him. I just heard a great warrior was put to rest here. How long have you known him?
Oh, for about 3 years. Yeah. We're gonna make 4 years.
You must
Yeah.
have a lot of tales to tell.
Oh, I have many tales I could say about him. But I am about to go to sleep. Are you, not to be rude, are you new in town to Valen? I don't think I've seen you before.
No, I just arrived.
Did you take the trial yet? Are you a member of Valen? You come to join Valen? Come to take the trial?
No, I'm just a wanderer. I was passing through when I heard about the rights.
Words pass fast, huh? Well, welcome to Valen, I guess. I hope you respect the customs and don't get into trouble here. And I hope you enjoy your stay here. If you want a tour of the town, if you spot me tomorrow in the festival, you can contact me and I'll try to assist you with a tour of the town the best I can.
Sure, I'll do that. Thank you.
Chad is just very awkwardly looking at you, kind of. It's like, yeah, I'm about to go to sleep on my balcony and I just met a strange guy out there, kind of thing.
Yeah, this was not the setup I was imagining, but okay.
Yeah, yeah, if you want to help with a tour around town, I'm going to be showing some people that are new to town too, also around Valen. Do you have a place to stay for the night?
No, I guess I was going to find some place in the woods.
I can't remember. Do we have an inn in town or like a place where travelers can stay?
No.
Like travelers.
You have homes. You have homes.
We don't get many
If
travelers.
somebody is a guest to Valen, they stay in somebody's home that they're a guest of.
Are you a guest of anybody or no?
No, I was just passing through.
Come with me. Cad quickly puts on some decent or...
Uh-oh. Someone froze.
Quickly, screenshot him. We'll meme it. Screenshot him.
Close 1 second.
He was
5
God
minutes.
damn
putting
it.
on some.
Boom.
Oh.
All right, so you were saying you're
Got
putting
it.
on some
I
very-
got it.
All right.
You were saying,
Have
Cade,
we-
you were putting on. Cade, you were saying you were putting on some Barry White.
Some better clothes on.
Have we even
Yeah.
traded names yet?
No, I don't know who you are, but we could probably talk about that later. First,
Okay.
can I get dressed? I'm going to see if the owner of this home would be mind you being a guest of us.
So you're gonna run back up another 100 stairs?
Yep, going back up the 100 stairs. Going to be like, we have a guest. He doesn't have anyone that can have a home tonight. We have room. Father, it's okay if he stays with us, or do you want us to push him with anyone else that has an open slot for the night? Basically, asking the
can
owner
stay
of the
with
home
us.
first.
He can stay with us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just set him up on the couch. And he looks over at you, Dar. And then just back at the pyre.
Back down we go.
Alrighty. Do. Oh my god, it is exhausting moving across Valen. No wonder
Yes, it
everybody in
is.
here is in such great shape. Like, whew.
It's a natural workout. Keeps everyone
Yep.
fit.
So.
Didn't quite catch your name. Anything I can call you for tonight?
Oh, yes. My name is Star, and yours?
Cad. You can just call me Cad.
But you can call me Honey for the night.
That comes later.
Goma Bear for a reason.
Dar looks around for a second.
Come in,
like
come on. The
the-
couch is this way.
Thank you.
You can put your armor down if you have any weapons on the rack. Armor can be put on a stand if you need to. Stand kind of thing. If you need food, the kitchen's over there. Please don't steal anything or else. Just giggles twice. We'll be getting up early tomorrow. Do you want me to wake you up early? I plan to wake you up in 3 hours now. Yeah, 3 hours.
Yes, please.
Okay. Have a good nap, because no longer is a rest. It's now a nap.
So yeah. You go back upstairs, Cade, and as you look over at your door, which is directly beside Caprinius and Callus's room, you see Gray walking away.
Just a big smile. Just smile as she walks by her. Not saying a damn word, but looking at her. Walks and closes his door. Oh wait, it was like you could have just stayed. His one comment is, you could have just slept there in the room.
There was nothing like that?
He closes the door, makes that one sly comment, and closes the door.
So anyways, allow us to fast forward a little bit, folks. Morning rolls around. And you hear the music of the town begin to illuminate the entire area, making it impossible for any of you to sleep in, even if you wanted to, as today is the Trials Day, a major celebration here in Valen, where they will reevaluate all of the citizens, all of the soldiers that live here, and see who is going to be marked as the best of each category as a whole, as well as the challenge of getting to decide who the next elected leader is going to be. Now, Valerie and Vanessa have gone up against one another for the past 6 years, Cade. And Vanessa has yet to win. Or Valerie has yet to win.
Valerie's yet to win. Her mom's always wants for.
Yup. But anyways, as you all are woken up to the loud music and celebration beginning already, none of you complete a long rest, by the way.
Okay.
You don't think I have deafness prepared?
For 1 whole minute, congratulations.
Wait. I can't.
And his concentration.
Fuck!
How long can I meditate for 4 hours?
Oh, absolutely.
4 hours. We were 3 hours.
No, 4 hours. It was 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. 4 hours.
Oh, perfect.
I get rest. Ha.
Yeah. Not that you did anything yesterday, anyways.
Cat just wakes up happily. Little bags in his eye, but still morning person.
I'm not out of my bed yet. I'm laying there.
You do hear a very loud drum beating down the hallway. Boom, 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 boom.
Gray is
boom,
searching cabinets for, like, the strongest tea that she can find.
As you're doing that, you have Callus kind of step up next to you and, like, leans against the counter. Did you have a good rest last night? And his tail reaches up and pulls the teacups down for him and starts setting them up.
Yes.
Wonderful! And he goes and starts preparing a little bit of drink for everybody in the morning. Now, Gray, as you're in the kitchen, you do hear a voice. You turn over, and you see a fairly short, by comparison of everybody else in this establishment, woman standing there. She has tribal makeup placed upon her face to accent all of her being, and her hair is tied back into a massive braid, a single lock that goes all the way down. And inside of the locks, every 3 or 4 kinks, there is another feather in it. She has 4.
You must be our guests. My name is Victoria. Pleasure to meet you.
As she walks over and offers a hand.
I will shake it. Gray.
Callus, like, straightens himself up a little bit. Hi, Mom. How you doing?
I'm fine, Callus. Thank you. How are you?
Doing great. Doing great.
Wonderful. So, you must be the guests that came here with my little child, correct?
Yes. I'm friends of Kadamas.
Move your mic a little closer.
I'm friends with Kadamas.
Friends. Wonderful things, aren't they?
Yes.
Very good for you. And she, like, pats you on the shoulder a little bit. Don't waste your time with that tea. That's for all of them in the house. They all like to scavenge for whatever's the best. And he just smiles over at her. How about a nice green? Ginseng?
I need something with some caffeine.
Ginseng it is. Cade, you come downstairs.
Yep.
And she turns around over towards you and just walks over with her arms wide spread.
Big hug.
Oh, there's the baby boy. How have you been?
Been good, Mom.
Ah, missed you. She pulls away and, like, kisses you on the forehead. Hey! She, like, squeezes your arms. Did you get faster?
I'm finally able to keep up with Copernicus now.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow. That's
Kept
quite
up
a
with
feat.
even kept up with Valerie the whole way back to Valen.
Oh. Because I heard you were on a boat.
I didn't make the swim. Faster, not more.
Of course. Don't worry, honey. It's fine. And she, like, pats you on the shoulder and, like, rubs your back a little bit. And please, go get my my nice set so that your friends can enjoy a little bit of green tea and ginseng, okay?
No problem.
You know where it is. It's right upstairs.
Yep.
As he
That
goes, like,
is-
running up the stairs, she leans over to you, Gray, still smiling, so very nice and sweet, and just looks you dead in your eyes. If any of you get him killed, I will hunt you down to the ends of the earth and make sure that you are torn limb from limb apart.
I'm a cleric.
Good. Then you can regrow your limbs. And she, like, pats you on the arm. Then Callus
Around
comes up. Don't worry, she's a little protective. He's the
Around this
baby
time,
bird,
I'll-
after all. Yeah, kid.
Around this time, I'll come down.
It's alright. I have threatened other people who could have hurt him. I understand.
Good! Now, I hope that doesn't put a sour taste in your mouth or anything.
No, it doesn't.
Flea, you're walking past, and you see Victoria walking up a well, and she stops. Hello, friend. I'm Victoria. Cade, pleasure to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you.
She'll shake your hand. Excuse me, and keeps going upstairs. Forrest, right outside your door, you hear the drum. Now it sounds like there's two sticks. Bum 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 bum.
He's just curling in a ball, just agonizing, not.
Come on, everybody. You don't want to miss out on the first strike.
Is there a rule doing this? I'm guessing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, she's fucking with him.
Nope.
wanna-
Just undercovers, just like, nope.
If you want a rule, if you still remember how to do the high pitch noise, my violin is still in my room. For the high pitch.
She gets this, like, really sinister smile as your mother walks past. Now, Cade, he's a guest here. If he wants to rest up a little bit, he's more than welcome to. She opens the door. Sweetheart, if you need to rest up, don't feel like you need to wake up at all, okay?
God, you're so kind. It just lays back down.
This is the nicest person I've ever met. Of course. Don't worry, we're definitely not going to judge you in any type of way if you miss out on a very important holiday with me and my family, especially one that two of my family will be participating in.
When are we leaving?
In about 5 minutes.
Yes, ma'am. Like slides out from under.
She turns and looks at the two of you. See? Little twist of honey never hurts, does it? And she keeps going about her business. Downstairs, Gray, as, like, you're getting served the tea from the family, you notice that Costas is not back yet. He hasn't come back since last night. You're not sure how long the shifts are at the pyre, but apparently he's still there. But as all of this is happening, you do see Caprinius coming downstairs, and he has these large markings going down his chest all the way down to his pants, as he's wearing just loose shorts that were definitely cut down and trimmed to like fit him a little bit.
Are they like scratches? Like an animal may have clawed him, or?
No, these are paintings. I mean, he has scars for days, but like these are paintings of Valen symbology. Oh yeah, and right behind him is also his girlfriend, who comes out. No, I'm fucking with you.
Oh god.
You see this large Amazonian woman. But anyways, as this is happening, you see him like just prepare himself down here, and Aurel comes running up and leaps onto his back and like starts choking him, and like she is full force. Like you see her arms are flexing, muscles bulging out, and he just reaches up and scratches her head. How you doing, Aurel? Come on, big bro. One of these days I'm gonna... She just starts punching him in his side. Yup, one of these days you certainly are. Smacks right on both of her ears and she falls off.
Ooh.
One of these days.
Morning, what you having, Cap? He hates that nickname, yeah.
You all see an immediate mood shift. This entire time, he's been stoic and, like, kind, but he seems pissed off.
He hates that nickname with passion. What would you have for breakfast, Cap?
I already ate 15 eggs, thanks. All right.
Cholesterol, Jesus.
Protein. He looks at his body. Like,
Dad, actually, after that gets surfaced, do you need anything for us more? And like, Ernest, do you want anything I can help you with?
I'm good. Been preparing for this for over the past month or so. Oh.
I have faith in you.
Oh, it's fine. He rotates it all the way around. There's a little, like, crack that goes with it, but, like, he's fine. I'm good. This is gonna be fun.
Do it.
And Aurel just, like, stays locked on his shoulders as he's, like, walking around the house. Mind you, she's probably a good 140-ish pounds, and he carries her like she's nothing.
Aurel, do you want anything for breakfast I can make you? Anything to drink? Anything to eat?
I already had some biscuits. Thank you.
Okay.
Callus looks over at you. And what about me?
You
Come
can
on.
make your own thing. I know you can cook pretty good tea.
I'd love to have some biscuits and tea if you're offering.
Biscuits and tea. Doesn't that sound fantastic? What about gravy? Biscuits and gravy, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great?
You know what? I don't
Maybe
think we
some
have
small little fish.
Your mom shouts from upstairs. Make sure you're very accommodating to all our guests, Cade. You're just flexing on how athletic you are now. You should be able to catch up with us on our way over there.
Yeah, Cade.
Do you have any sushi?
Yes, Mom.
Callus looks down at you, Flea. I like your style.
Hey, who's the person on the couch? Just
Dar, of course, you're awake right now.
Just like laid out. Like
If you talk about Dar, he's actually kneeling on the ground. He's meditating.
who's
in
the
his
man
style.
that's kneeling down and?
Oh, that's Dar.
Dar opens it.
You know Dar?
Yeah, he's been in town for a day or two. Hey, Dar, how you been, man? Oh, sorry, Caprinius. Hey, Dar, how you been, man?
Doing all right.
Good. You ended up staying here last night. I told you if you ever need a spot, you can always just come by. Just knock on my window, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Wrong window. I say to Dar. Go 2 windows down.
Wrong liver!
Yes, Cusco's poison.
Why do we even have that liver?
But
so
anyways.
I'm assuming I don't need to wear my armor, Cade. I can just chill.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'm wearing my mask, but I'm
if anything attacks in Valen, like that's actually probably gonna kill you. It's probably gonna be Valen himself because you did something stupid.
I'm
And
bringing
that's
my
if
spellbook.
that's just like you
Gray's
did
wearing
something
armor.
very, very
I'll
stupid.
bring my spells.
You're
Gray's
you'll
wearing
be
her armor.
I'm not crawling up those stairs up and down all day.
All right, so around this time, your brother goes over to the front door and pulls out the drum and just starts beating upon it, but he has a much more rhythmic style to it. It's definitely a little more atmospheric for everybody as he's going about it. And, alrighty, everybody, let's get together. Let's go see the trials. Oh, this is going to be great. Hey, big guy, I got a hog's head on you. You better not lose for me.
I didn't know I was in it.
Do you want to participate as well?
Oh no, not this time. And
Anyone's
Flea has
allowed, man.
Maybe next time. And Flea actually has 4 feathers in his hair this morning.
Are you a culture appropriating, sir?
4 chicken feathers. You got it, Gray. She knows.
You're appropriating somebody's culture.
Clean that out of the room. It's probably gonna smell.
Yeah. But anyways, as all of you gather up together, Cade, you are in the middle of cooking, but your mom walks in, pulls your arm, and escorts you over to the door. Don't worry about any of that, honey. There's plenty of food there. Let's go.
Yep. Let's go.
And all of you are walking out into the streets where you see these large displays of colors shooting across the sky in mist forms of purples, blues, greens, yellows. It's all very vibrant, very, very energetic and hopeful. And you see that there's, on this street alone, about 6 individuals that have that same type of adorned body paintings across from them. They all seem very energetic, and they look over at each other, and they have a look of competitive love towards one another, like true Olympian athletes that appreciate the sport, appreciate the craft, and respect one another. As they all begin moving through the streets, and the crowd, everybody else around here has pulled out their weapons, their instruments, and are slamming them around in a rhythmic pattern, just emphasizing the excitement and community of the Valen folk in and of themselves.
Flea, do you want to walk the stairs?
Do you mind if I get in your pocket?
Is there anyone around us, like, close within, like, 10 feet? If I can
Oh,
wait
absolutely.
Can I wait till, or find a gap away from away from people?
Give me a survival check.
Oh, Jesus. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You see one solution, and that is if you jump off the cliff and then get far enough away.
Do you trust me, Flea?
I trust you.
Alright, I grab him and jump off the cliff.
Give me an athletics check. As you leap, falling over to the side, you see somebody else reaches over trying to, like, grab onto you. As you explode, I assume you're casting Thunderstep.
Yep.
And the two of you disappear, but you destroy that section of the pathway, and a couple of people begin, like, stumbling a little bit, almost falling down, but luckily the average individual in this town has danger sense. They're fine.
Yeah, it's like a very large, like almost like breaking the sound barrier right there as we just...
Yeah. And as you both land 100 feet closer, which is 100 feet, each stair is about 8 to 10 inches. You're almost all the way at the top. You only have to walk like another 30. Or no. Yeah, another like 10 or 15 stairs. And now that you're in front of the crowd, you make it up here, and you see that there's already a line of individuals. You see that same Aaron Kakra that you traveled here with, who's sitting there just limbering up their body. They stretch, and their entire body damn near splits with one foot still sticking up in the air as they're doing this process. And you do see Valerie and Vanessa both there on the opposite side of the training hall. And, of course, there is still Costas, who is staring at the pyre, still on shift, to keep watch over it.
The Birdman's doing the crane's dance.
I guess Forrest was very excited to go on ahead. And that's gonna
I think it's more about avoiding the stairs.
Yeah, probably just that.
Oh, what lazy dicks, Earl says as she's still holding on to Caprinius. As he's just walking.
Hey,
Forrest is more mind over matter. And Flea is not a lot of matter.
She looks over at the partially collapsed walkway. Are you sure about that? And just keeps going.
Yeah, Callius. What's the going rate for like 10 pints of oil for Copernicus? If I were to put up, what do you think?
Flank of a cow.
Where's the betting pool at?
Go up there and you'll find them. They're already prepared, of course. It's Rustic who's doing it today. You know Rustic, who is what are they, hobgoblin? Who's joined the town? And of course, as you all make your way up there, and you see many individuals are like shoving and bumping into one another aggressively, and there's even a few of them are doing it to Copernicus as he's walking, and even periodically some people who pass by just like jab him in the head sharply, and he just keeps walking up the stairs unbothered, or at least showing that he's unbothered. However, every time somebody does that, Aurel immediately kicks them in their side, tries knocking them off Spartan style. And you all make it to the top of the stairs. Already, Gray. This place sucks. You're not a cardio aficionado. But anyways, you look around at the massive crowd growing up here, the exact same size as last night. It seems that community events are truly community events, as you see Vanessa takes a step forward, still holding her cane, and then begins addressing all of you as a whole. Every 3 months, we all meet here to see who our next leaders through our community will be. Those that wish to aspire to be the very best, like no one ever was. We choose who is the strongest, who is the fastest, bravest, most intelligent. And of course, she looks over at you, Forrest, and passes over to Flea. The one with the most heart. To find out who in this town would represent us to the rest of the world and will be charged with the title of Guardian to protect us all. Today, we start with the shields. Those that wish to aspire to be the body of Valen. To stand in front of any threat and bear it with open arms. This trial, we're very pleased to announce, for the first time, Copernicus. And you all hear some of the crowd begins cheering excitedly, and other sections of the crowd immediately go silent. None of them boo. Nobody does that, but they definitely show like, maybe, maybe not. As he steps forward, just raises his fist up towards the crowd.
That's cheering.
Yeah. Copernicus has been working for the past 1.5 years, every day taking the largest bludgeonings of whatever trees we can swing into his body to toughen it, strengthen it, and beat it into submission. He then removes his jacket, where you see on his back there is this massive imprint of a bruise that is very fresh, that takes up almost the majority of his back. You are the first one to step here. Is there any in Valen who wish to oppose him for this title of the body? The crowd looks around. And then 2 individuals step forward out from the crowd, adorned in the same type of beautiful paintings across their body. One of which, a half-orc woman, who's wearing nothing but wraps around her chest and around her legs to keep modesty still at bay. Coriel, you wish to challenge him on this day? I do not wish to challenge any that aspire to be the body of our people. I wish only to be our body. And there's a huge section of the crowd that cheers enthusiastically for her. And, of course, Cade's family and a couple of other individuals go silent. The other individual who stepped forward appears to be a halfling who pulls off his jacket and drops it to the ground. And for a halfling, this guy's fucking ripped. Like, he's got the V going on for his tiny body. Like, he is definitely way too well taken care of. Schmidt. Yeah. You wish to be the body of our people. One of these years I gotta win, right? Let's go. And he looks super enthused. Then you hear a handful of individuals in the crowd go, woo, Schmidt! And then everybody else is silent, though, but yeah. Flea, do you want to be on my shoulders? So, the first job of the Bati is to bear the strike of every member in our town. Guests, please step back. As she pulls up her stick, walks over to Caprinius, and thrusts it right into his stomach. You all hear the thud, the massive strike against it, as he stands there, still stoic, and his body barely even trembles under the force. She then goes over to the next one, and same thing, thrusts it into her. As it does, she kind of scoots back a little bit on her feet, but then positions herself properly. Then you see Schmidt, who, unlike the other two, who keep their arms all balanced downwards, puts his hands behind his head. Yeah, do it. Do it. He gets pushed back about 10 feet. And then steps back forward.
I think
And she smiles.
I actually like this a little bit too much.
Kate,
I remember. Yeah,
people don't talk about it.
but it's an open thing. Let me just let him.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So, after she is done striking each of them, she then hands her cane, which is, for all purposes, a club. And every single member of Valen will strike them until there is only one of them still standing. Cade, would you like to roll for your brother?
Of course.
Alrighty. It's a Constitution saving throw. He is proficient, and he has a +5.
Jesus.
So, roll me a d20 plus 9.
Yep.
Oh, he's a big motherfucker.
That's a high level, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, ain't nobody in this town a baby back bitch. 19. I'll roll for the other two.
We should let Flea roll for the halfling.
Flea, would you like to roll for the halfling?
Sure.
He has a +3 Constitution with an additional +3, so +6. He's a tough fucker, but you know.
Oh!
I love it! The orcish woman gets struck down first as you see Victoria takes the club. She's about 50th in line for this, and just very quickly slams it into the side of her leg where it buckles and snaps as she falls down to the ground. Everybody in the crowd goes, ooh, as she then goes over to Caprinius, and this time two-hands it. You ready, son? He just smiles at her. And you all hear the club shatter against his knee as it splinters and breaks. And you see the legs buckle. He's definitely feeling it. Then he continues standing. Over the next 80 or so individuals, you see the wear and tear of the strikes against the two bodies. The halfling, he's not taking it as well as Caprinius. Schmidt is not taking it nearly as well, but there's something about him that just loves this. He loves the attention, he loves the pain, and no matter how much he gets knocked down, he just gets up and crawls back to that area. And being small actually helps you with center of gravity, guys.
It's called sadomasochism. That's what's
Yup.
helping him.
Yup.
There's no Sado in this. This is pure.
But as this is happening, one last individual steps forward. The Aaron Cockra slams it on top of both of their heads, and the first one against Caprinius knocks him flat to the ground where he is looking to be unconscious. Schmidt, however, gets knocked like this, his eyes dazed, but then he slowly rises to his feet, bleeding profusely through his nose and mouth. Is that it? And the crowd erupts in excitement as the first trial winner of body goes to Schmidt the Halfling. Hey, you know, sometimes it be like that.
It feels like that, but he's gonna get. Oh, it's gonna be a little bit of a prickly younger brother.
And, of course, as this is happening, Valerie goes over to him and taps him with a new walking stick / club and cure wounds him. Rise to your feet now. He stands up. Congratulate you're better. He limps over towards the halfling. You see his knee is quite possibly dislocated still as he gets over there and sticks his hand down to shake. Hey, don't worry, buddy. There's always next trial, right? If I was gonna lose to anybody, it might as well be a fucking lunatic. Shakes the hand. Congratulations. And Schmidt then gets adorned with a large ribbon that slings across his neck. And on it appears to be the emblem of a body with a massive V over it. And he takes a step back. A few people that belong to his little group in Valen come over and start congratulating him, and he winces at every single touch. He's fucked up. There is nothing keeping him up except his love of the sport of getting beaten the shit out of. Our next trial, after the trial of body, is the trial of warning, the fastest of our folk. The race. Please, everybody, take your positions where you would like to be. And some of the people begin walking down the stairs onto the sides of them and begin pulling up all of these weapons and just like smiling while standing on them. You see those that participated in body stay behind up here to get tended to by a couple of medics. The Aaron Cockra flies over and just starts stretching and like snapping their neck around a little bit.
Is Kate able to be one of the ones with the weapons to help people, like, you know how the crowd did for that? Before the trophy?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
You take up your position on the stairs. Your job is to disrupt them while they're running.
Oh yeah,
race.
Cad's gonna do this. He's real.
Ray's gonna go see if she can help the medics.
Yeah, that's fair. And the Aaron Cockra very quickly jumps off the ledge and flies down to the base. As this is happening, a couple of other individuals, a wood elf, and, of course, a human, make their way all the way down there. A very lanky-looking human with a little bit of muscle on their physique and, like, shaggy hair as they're, like, getting positioned and pumped down there. The half-elf, or not half-elf, the wood elf is standing there smiling at everybody, waving up at the crowd, and seems to be a more generally loved individual out of the three of them, as the Aaron Cockra just, like, flies, and he's bobbing his head like an arrogant little bird.
That's what they do.
Mm-hmm. You must endure the same trial of warning that all of our forefront scouts do, to watch the area and ensure that you come back quickly despite the grievances, the wounds, the falls that you make, so that we may prepare for any battle that transpires. No flying. The Aaron Cockra throws his wings up. No flying. Still gets positioned. And the three of them, on your marks, get set. A very loud whistle shoots across the sky as there's a small explosion that happens. And the three of them begin running up the stairs. Who wants to roll the dex save for the Aaron Cockra? Who wants to roll for the Wood Elf? And who wishes to roll for the human?
I'll do the Aaron Cockra.
Alrighty. He gets a +8.
Take the human.
He gets a +6.
You want to take the Wood Elf, or am I taking him?
Go for it, Cade.
Okay.
He also has a +6.
Not till midnight.
You're muted now.
Sorry.
20. As the three of them begin running up the stairs, you watch as the human begins getting shoved, pushed, prodded at, getting knocked over, falling slightly down many of the stairs, and they even collapse down 20 of them as many of the individuals on the stairs slam their weapons as he gets back up and keeps running, but he only makes it about 200 more stairs before falling down another 40. You watch as the Wood Elf is very nimble as they move, trying to slide and move out of the way, but at one point they slip and slide off and have to get back up. The Aaron Cockra, on the other hand, simply runs, Naruto style, all the way up the stairs. As people are beginning to swing, he ducks low, spins, spirals through many of the attacks, and begins very nimbly shooting up towards the top. Cade, this is the contest you've always been aspiring towards. This is the one that you have a fighting chance at, compared to anybody else. But, of course, as he gets closer to the top, you watch as Victoria stands at the very top of the stairs, spinning around a massive mace in her hand as he is running directly towards her and begins diving up and then shifts and tries going through her legs. However, she slams the mace down into his stomach where he cracks into the stairs. And she simply kicks him down another 15 to 20, giving the half-elf just a little bit extra chance to catch up, but not before he re-evaluates the situation, lets the Wood Elf go first, and runs quickly behind him. As the Wood Elf is struck going in one direction, he analyzes the attack and immediately pursues the opposite direction, too quickly for her to even reach out and grab him as he makes it to the very top of the stairs, triumphantly, bleeding, coughing, but the victor of the trial of the return. The crowd begins erupting, and individuals begin running up here and holding on and congratulating them. And once again, Valerie comes over. Our first two trials are complete. Next, we will begin the rounds of the trial of combats. We will return in about an hour. Prepare yourselves in the meantime. Rest up if you wish to aspire to this one as well. She looks at all the other contestants, and Caprinius seems to be one of the only ones who's like stepping forward to do this one too. But you all have a moment during all of these trials to do other things. What is it you would like to do?
So, Dar, what did you think of the events?
Interesting.
Have you ever participated in anything like this?
No, I usually don't hit. No, I don't usually do things like this. Did you know Galen as well?
Yes, I I did. I knew Galen. He was a very brave person.
Was he a friend of yours?
You could say we were adventuring companions.
It doesn't say. Doesn't mean he was a friend of yours.
Well, he was my friend. I don't know if I was his friend, but yes.
Will all you need a new member of your group?
Yeah. I don't know how long we're going to be staying here. If you don't mind traveling with us, we always are welcoming to others.
Sounds good to me.
I see you have a nice crossbow there on your back.
Dar reaches over his shoulder and pulls up his crossbow and pulls the string a little bit, showing it to Flea. Yes. What?
I'll since I'm on Forrest's shoulders, I'll tap Forrest on the head. What do you think of his crossbow?
How are you?
Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to see the action.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks nice. I don't use crossbows. Yeah, where are you from, Dar? If you are going to be joining us.
I'm from a temple on a just on a roundabout, exploring right now.
That's what my brother and I are doing. We're just exploring.
Looking for knowledge, information.
We made a pyramid once.
Kind of like a temple.
Yeah.
It is a temple in a way.
Yeah.
Are you a mason?
No, we just dabbled in that for a little bit.
You must have been pretty good to have built a pyramid.
My brother can do some amazing stuff. You'd be surprised.
Don't sell yourself short, Flea. You helped out. You had a hand in that.
Oh, thank you, brother. This is my brother Forrest, by the way. I don't know if you guys met.
What's up?
Hello, Forrest. Were you a friend of Galen?
Traveling companions. We didn't really see eye to eye on things, but don't let that fool you.
Yeah.
I liked him around.
Really?
I can only around certain people around me, yeah.
Yeah, my brother's a lot more selective than I am.
It's
true.
It's Gray
I don't
here.
always see people eye to eye either.
Who?
Is Gray here? Jason is asking. Is Gray? Oh, okay.
Gray has gone to watch the Trial of Might.
I'm guessing we're walking towards that.
What about that cleric you were with?
Oh, she's probably watching Mr. Studhunky. We can keep walking over there.
Gray, you absolutely hear them.
Did you notice that she came into the room really late last night?
I noticed. And she was carrying more than a smile.
Yeah, Dar puts the crossbow back across his back.
So, Dar, you're a hunt. Do you hunt? Shoot for sport, or?
Yes, I hunt. I'm not sure what you mean by shooting for sport.
Like I'm just trying to. What do you have a crossbow for?
Everything goes silent over top of you all.
Are we covered in silence? Or?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then you just see. And she keeps walking.
Now, Dar, that's pretty impressive that she heard you from that far away. Like, that's impressive.
And she has her cap down, so she's like, you can see like the big old ears.
However, Gray, as you are standing there, you helping out with the physical assistance of everybody. Caprinius, he's probably down a good 100 hit points or so. Still. But he's going in. He's getting ready for the fighting arena.
Okay.
He wants to succeed in one of the trials.
All right. I'm just gonna start at the top with cure wounds. If I don't know if is magical healing allowed before going into the next thing. Okay.
Yeah.
We're just gonna start at the top.
5th level, 4th level, 3rd
Fourth level.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask somebody in the crowd.
24. Yeah, what up, buddy?
Hey, do you guys keep like? Oh, we're outside of silence now. We're fine.
All right.
Doesn't move with us.
Yeah, what's
Unless
up?
she casted it on something on us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you guys keep records? You guys have
Gonna
like
be on the skull.
books, a library here?
Yeah, we do.
A lot of like lore and stuff about the area. Because I suppose Valen's been around for a while.
Oh yeah, I mean we've been about 100 years or so.
Oh, cool. So a lot of records. Do you have to be a Valen person, member of the family to see the records?
Typically speaking, unless there's something particular you want. I mean, you could always just ask our next leader.
Okay. Thanks, man. Hey, what's
Yeah,
the
of course.
bets going right now?
Well, right now we have a hog's head out for Vanessa. We have the a whole cow currently on Victoria. Of course, stands to reason. And you remember Victoria as like one of the smallest people here, but is Cade's mom and Caprinius's mom.
So, like, what does the scaling go on the betting? Because this guy behind me, he's talking about he wants to put like the prick of a horse on.
Are you fucking with me?
Yeah, I'm just kind of fucking with you.
Yeah. Well, listen, if you're interested in making some monetary bets, I mean, I might be able to take you up on something. What do you want?
In Valen, we can't do that. You guys don't take money for those sort of things.
We don't take money for trade of things, but we definitely use it to fuck around. What's up?
Nah, I was just fucking around more than anything. I'm not placing any bets on anything.
Are you scared to lose your money? I understand. It might be one of the most precious things you own, huh? Pats you on the shoulder and walks away.
Nah, that's my brother, but thanks.
You own your brother? What a dick. Keeps walking.
Gray's just laughing, and she's just spell after spell after
That's
spell.
94. He's almost all the way back up, and Victoria, who's like sitting there, just smiles over at you as you're doing that, and like gives you a little And he that's enough. Thanks. You can remove your hand now.
Sorry.
Please. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. Not there.
Does she need to be touching him to cast that spell, Fleet?
Yeah, Kieran's his touch.
She screams back at you. But now you're practically out of spell slots, huh?
I still have 3.
Did you take the silence
hey.
off?
Yeah. But anyways, as everybody begins getting together for this,
I've been muted and talking.
what did you say?
Cat is there too, and he's rallying his brother, trying to get him ready. Have I just talked to him?
Yep. Arel is definitely in his corner as well as Callus is over in your mom's corner. And Arel's like, don't worry, dude, come on. She hasn't body slammed you in like almost a year. You're fine. You got this, dude. Look, size advantage, right? Keep her at arm's length. You understand? You keep her at arm's length, and whenever she encroaches into your territory, just throw your entire weight on her. There's no way she can take all of that, man. Yeah.
Come on,
I know
third
how to
time's
do
the
this,
charm.
Arel.
Third time I've seen this is the charm. You can do this.
Your sister whispers in your ear, it's been 8.
Oh, it's been 5 more since I left. 9th time's the charm.
He looks really pissed off right now. And
Her
of course,
siblings.
Callus is over in her shoulder, just like leaning there like a devil on her shoulder, just smiling and laughing. And she's enjoying this as well.
Yeah. I actually am rallying him too a little bit.
Oh, hey, you're cheating. Nice.
Healing goes with it.
Yep.
It's a rally. Just giving him courage.
But yeah, Callus is definitely still in her ear whispering about, hey, don't worry about this. Come on. He's a little bitch. Your firstborn, he can't hit you. You don't care. Just like...
And backhanded rallying of Copernicus of, it's your knife time. You can do it this time.
Yeah. But anyways, the trials are going to begin. And each one is getting paired up differently. 5. There's a total of 10 people who are aiming for the Trial of Might here. So let me roll D5. Roll D5.
That makes sense for his kind of rally with what he was doing.
Of course. So the first two that are paired up against each other, as a random drawing dictates, is Valerie and Vanessa. You see the stoic, strong woman who had successfully executed the entire town of Farrell's vampires and saved you all, swimming across the lake, going up against her mother, a very, very old human woman who can barely walk, holding up her club. As the two of them begin circling around each other here, you watch as Vanessa pulls off her robes, and for an old lady, she's pretty strong looking. And she begins cracking her body and stretching and limbering up as well, as she then puts on a large bracelet that goes over her entire hand and waves it across herself, as you see magic begins to glow in a circle all around her.
That's bad luck for Valerie in the first round, too. That's what Kay's just saying, speaking to Callius. Like, bad luck.
Valerie pulls out her short sword and immediately dives forward, trying to strike over at her mother. Her mother, on the other hand, simply flicks her wrist as an arcane shield deflects and pushes it off the side of her. Immediately after that shield goes off to the side, she begins twisting her hands together and shoves this large pulse of energy, which scoots Valerie backwards before she then charges in and tries striking again. This time, she actually does blow and strike across her mother's face with the blade, drawing blood. There is no corners being cut here. There is no pulled punches, as you would expect from the Valen people. Though, as this fight continues, you do see that Vanessa is a bit more aggressive in her rebuttals with all of her spells that she keeps sending backwards, and she's still pretty tough. While Valerie, on the other hand, is striking manically, trying to take her out as quickly, shouting and screaming, and the crowd is going wild over this fight. However, you all watch as Valerie goes and swings, and with an upper strike aiming directly underneath the throat, Vanessa launches forward and cracks her head into Valerie's hard, where it begins bleeding profusely down. And you all are like, oh, okay. But then Valerie seems to be stumbling backwards as Vanessa just takes her hand and 5 bolts of light strike into her body, knocking her down to the ground. She stands over her daughter, mouth bleeding, wounds still agape. Better luck next time, dear. Then goes over to the side where the crowd is cheering hysterically right now. The next fight you see is Copernicus up against an NPC I did not bother to name.
That is quite unfortunate for him.
Yep. The individual walks over to him and shakes his hand, a strong, stout, dwarven individual, and Copernicus looks at him. Weapons or bare hands? We'll go weapons, eh? We going heirlooms or just whatever we can get? Your call. Heirlooms. He looks over at your mom, who smiles and then tosses him her axe. her training axe. It's no longer her dedicated one. As he catches it, it kind of like slams into the ground a little bit and then twists it onto his shoulder. The fight begins with the dwarf charging after Caprinius, and Caprinius locking his blade into the other individual's hammer and slamming it into the ground and shoving it downwards, pinning it there, then grabbing him by the head and just ramming it into the pillar over and over until the dwarf goes slack against the slamming, and Caprinius stands up, goes back, and takes his weapon back. The crowd cheers dutifully, and immediately a medic runs over to the dwarf, who might have a little bit of brain damage.
Ray, make sure you're cheering loud enough.
Oh, the Valen culture is rubbing off on her. Okay.
Hey, you're getting in the spirit.
Oh
great.
my!
She's already used to like smacking Boris and stuff, so this is just part of it.
But anyways, the next fight goes into place where it is Victoria placed up against a very unfortunate unnamed NPC. And she smiles at the fight and goes, "Now, honey, remember, you're not supposed to hold anything back, okay? Everything you got that goes into this. You have to win here. You have to be successful. Honor of your family, right? Yeah, don't go easy on me. Are you sure? I got this. Weapons? Do you want weapons? Yeah. No. Your call, honey. Yeah. As he waves his hand as an eldritch warlock summons forth his halberd, aiming downwards towards her mom, and she just walks over to the crowd and takes somebody's short sword. Sink. I'll bring this back in a moment. And just walks directly towards him.
I like your mom.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
thank you.
Trying to get through the family.
This time, Cade will punch him.
You heal 1 point.
Oh, but precision attack. I can do precision attack, so he takes a lot of damage then.
Arel will grab your shoulder and squeeze it.
Ow, ow, ow.
You don't disrespect my mom.
Yeah, that's the whole
She's a
Cade family.
beautiful woman. Why wouldn't she want to?
Want to what? And she begins squeezing harder and like pushing you to the ground. Want to what? What? What were you saying? Come on, louder.
Roll off his shoulders as he's being pushed to the ground.
Was that an apology? I don't know. Was that an apology, Cade?
Her grip is so strong for a 15-year-old.
She like pats you on the head. Stay down, boy.
I'm gonna stand up.
Yup. And you see Callus from across the way, like arms leaning against the bars, looks over at you and just keeps watching. But anyways, Caprinius is smiling at that, though. Luckily, Caprinius didn't get pissed off at that.
I'm not casting spells on people.
Yeah. But anyways, as she is just very calmly, nicely walking forward over towards against the human is taking a very defensive stance with his halberd, like backing away. She's not even in any stance or position. And then she stops. All right, honey, you're going to have to do something, okay? I'll tell you what. She takes the blade and holds it by the tip. I'm going to toss this in the air as high as I can. And then come attack me. That'll give you a great opportunity. I won't be armed. You have the reach. Like, it's the best you can get. He looks very confused at this offer. She's like, all right, I'm going to do it now. Okay? Ready? Whew. Tosses the blade about 15, 20 feet in the air. As it is up there, he hesitates and runs, diving to strike right at her abdominal. She twists around it, grabbing the halberd and snapping the bar where it's at, and then slams the halberd into his foot and catches the blade and slams it right next to his neck where she just holds it still. It bleeds, but she definitely restrained herself from killing him. Better luck next year, honey. She pulls the weapon back, and everybody in the crowd can see You know what? In Valen, it is not a crime to piss yourself when you go up against Victoria. It is not frowned upon. It happens.
Gray's
Go, Ma!
just cheering.
She walks over. Thank you very much, Kay. But don't forget, you have to encourage other people as well, okay? You did a great job. Very noble strike. Then she hands the short sword back over to the person who's like, hey, thanks. And then the next rounds of fights are about to begin as all of you are standing there. Any other discussion you all wish to have right now before they get set up?
So just as part of, because I want to take Warcaster next level, Gray's gonna go talk to Victoria about, hey, like, that's really awesome. Like, I'm a caster. Like, how can I train to, like, toughen up?
You want to know the honest truth?
Mm-hmm.
Go out to the East Mountain with my son. He'll be able to show you what we do to toughen him up. I'll give you a hint. We drop trees into him. It works. Don't worry, we'll start small with you if you need. But yeah, it works.
Okay.
Forrest is like, I didn't have to get hit by trees. I just got slapped a bunch. But anyway, she pats you on the arm and goes to watch the next fight, where you do see it is now Galoom who's going forward. That same half-orcish individual who was out there in the, well, fight with all of you. As he steps up, but he is going up against Vanessa.
Oh, no.
Oh, I was aiming for Valerie, but gotta start somewhere, right? Galoom, when are you gonna propose to her? What? Don't be preposterous. That I mean, she only has a few more good years in her. Mom! She screams from the sidelines. She smiles. Good point. She has at least 2 decades left. She's great. Beautiful, isn't she? You're trying to get me off my game. Is it working? Very well. Let's go. And the two of them don't even get positioned to fight. He pulls out double hand axes and begins swiping down at her aggressively as she's trying to nimbly squeeze and dodge out of the way. A couple of the strikes she does have to parry with her arm, which gashes through her and sends blood splaying over the front row of the crowd as people are beginning to shout and cheer aggressively. You watch as he's beginning to move in, and his tactic seems to be an endurance fight, which in any tactic, in any situation is usually okay if you're a pretty sturdy individual, and he's anticipating that her age is probably the one thing that he could prey upon. She is old. Her endurance cannot be as good as it was when she was younger. The unfortunate aspect is she is Vanessa Valen, the daughter of the founder of Valen itself. And as he is continuing this onslaught, Cade, you notice that his breathing becomes a bit more sporadic as he hasn't found a proper groove of in out, in out, in out,
it's
like you were supposed
to. Yeah, it's not keeping an air pattern.
Yep.
Breathing pattern.
And she clearly seems to notice this as she is moving back and forth. She has not cast a single spell against him. She's been dodging and maneuvering as easily as she possibly can. And all of you are kind of stuck at looking at this little old woman in her 80s, dodging out of the way from this assault coming from this half-orc, large, looming individual who you know is a motherfucking badass. He killed vampires and manhandled them like they were nothing.
Gonna turn to Gray.
30 seconds left.
Your sister looks over at you. I'll take you up on that one. 20.
Okay.
Alrighty. Somebody roll for him. He needs an athletics check, D20 plus 11. And she needs an acrobatics check, D20 plus 12. Ooh.
Who wants to roll the D20 for her? Who took me up on my bed,
12?
Kira?
Your sister took you up on it. She said it's only 20 seconds left. You said 30.
Oh,
D20
okay.
plus 12, yeah. Oh, she's going to need a hell of a lot. Oh, as the fight continues along, he does get a few more hits in against her, keeping up the tempo. But as you are nearing 30 seconds, it goes over 31, 32. As he is breathing heavily, his arms becoming much more exaggerated. And she begins trying to move out of the way, but has to take a couple of the hits as well. Before eventually she pulls backwards, raises her hands towards him, and screams, "Stop!" As she finally casts a spell and attacks him, and he freezes up in mid-attack, where she then, I tell you, you got a lot better. Still not going to win, though. As she does one uppercut right into his groin, knocking him down backwards as he falls and begins holding them, screaming in pain. Then she goes over to the sides and spits up a little bit of blood, and a couple of the medics move over to begin assisting her as well. But he is being dragged away by some of the larger individuals, and it really hurt.
I hope she doesn't like grandkids.
They could feel it, maybe. I think one of them has regenerate.
Somebody in town does. But anyways, a few more trials go by, and unfortunately it's nobody you all really know in town. I mean, Cade, you know of them, but you don't know them, you know? And then it moves on to Victoria versus Coprinius. A fight that everybody is looking forward to. Now, Cade, there's an interesting thing that happens when there's only 3 of them remaining. Usually, your mother is in the running, typically speaking. And, of course, Vanessa and Valerie are the other 2. Your mother is usually the wild card, but this time, Valerie is gone. And your brother is instead in that position, where he might be able to become one of the leaders of Valen if he can pull out one more successful fight. Though you know your mother, she is loving, she is nurturing, and she is caring, but she will never go easy on any of you. Not when it comes to something this important. However, you also know she has never actually fought against Vanessa. She always forfeits. And she's the only person in town allowed to forfeit in this situation. Because nobody else has the balls to go up against her. So, the 2 of them move into the arena, and she smiles. Son, I am so proud of you for making it here. Thank you, Mother. Are we doing weapons? I was about to ask you the same thing. One weapon, She looks over at the side. One of our guests. Please join us. Come on, one of you. I mean, it's Dar, Flea, Gray, or Forest.
Yep. Would you like to go? Would you like to go?
I am so tapped on spells right now. I don't know.
Dar,
you're not.
You want to go?
And do what?
Okay.
We just need one of you to throw the weapon.
I'm just gonna.
All right.
Yeah.
Gray will go to the.
Forrest, you almost had to go in there, and everyone laughs and chuckles as Gray, you walk in there, and Callus immediately goes, "Yeah, make sure you don't favor him too much."
I can still silence you. Stop. I still have enough.
He just waves at you with his tail. But anyways, as you move in there, she hands a battle axe over to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, we need you to throw that in the air as high as you can. If you have a magical way to put it up there and then drop it, that'd be fine. Is this good for you? A little game of guillotine chicken? Yeah, just like we used to play growing up, huh? Why not? Sure. He looks over at you, Gray. Make sure you keep it fair.
I will.
She hands you the battle axe, which for you is slightly heavy. All right, Gray. They look at you, and you're going to be the send-off for the fight. You have to toss that axe as high into the air as you can. Athletics check.
I'm using my lore advantage.
All right.
Athletics.
Yep.
The only way I play is
Dirty
really good
20.
at it.
You take several steps back, up into the air as it begins spiraling upwards, and half the crowd looks up, but the other half is looking directly at the fight. The moment it leaves your hand, the two of them charge over to where it's going to be and begin slamming and punching and twisting into one another. Caprinius definitely has a size advantage, possibly has a strength advantage against her, but she is far more nimble and precise in her movements. As he runs over there, he takes his whole hand and shoves aggressively against her head, trying to knock her off steam. She then grabs onto his wrist, however, and twists and snaps it, where you all hear a very loud from the wrist itself. However, he just smiles as he goes and punches her directly in the side, and they both seem to be so incredibly happy, so incredibly enthused at this situation right now, as the axe is spiraling up into the air and falling down in this location. You watch as Victoria is moving around, twisting her body around his, using his own momentum, starting to grab, slamming into his temple multiple times as he has no option except to grab her where she's holding onto his entire arm and slam her against the wall aggressively on her back over and over, even with his broken wrist, as the battle axe is swinging downwards and he goes reaching out for it, and then she shoots off trying to grab as well. Who wants to roll for him? Who wants to roll for her? Straight D20s.
I'll roll for her.
You don't want to roll for your brother?
Hell no.
He's a mommy's boy.
Yeah, he's mama's boy.
Sure, I'll roll for your brother.
Love my brother, but
as he is reaching outwards for it, you watch as she twists her body around and slams her foot into that same knee that she shattered earlier with the club, forcing him to buckle and then shooting herself up to grab the axe and swings it down and just stabs into the side of his neck. As blood begins spilling over and he smiles very, very happily, and so does she. She leaves the weapon in there until a medic can get over, and as you watch this, one of the medics grabs the weapon and dislodges it where sprays outwards from the inside of his neck. It definitely went a little deeper than was intended, but as that happens, he still just smiles and they begin patching and healing him up as he goes over to his mom and gives her a big kiss on the forehead.
Hell is up with this place.
And of course, the trials... Well, this segment of the trials is now over. The second to last trial your family is going to be a part of, Cade, and given how many of your family members are participating in it, they usually go back home to rest up at this point in time. But as she stands there, you all watch Vanessa walks out into the arena, spreading her hands wide, and immediately Victoria drops to a knee. I concede, you win. And the crowd erupts happily. Flea, Gray, and Forrest, and Dar, last you heard, Valen people don't concede. That's weird. But the celebration continues as the winner of the Trial of Might is declared yet again, for another set of years in a row, Vanessa Valen. One day she might be dethroned. But anyways, you all are escorted back to the building where Cade and his brother and his sister have to help Caprinius out to get there. His wrist is lying on a very awkward off angle right now as he's being escorted over there. And you all end up going, I assume, with them?
Yep.
So, You all get back inside of the home of the Cade family. And a meal is already being prepared for you all by Costas, who, during all of this, finally had the end to his shift. 12 hours. Every single person does 12 hours. For 7 days. And you all walk inside, and he looks over, looks at Caprinius's completely broken wrist, and just smiles. You should know better than to square up with your mother. One of these days I'll get her.
Maybe. If I'm missing a beat, Catamus is just going to go help his father cook. Finish it up.
Victoria sits at the table and looks at all of you. Come join us, please.
Takes
I know
Free
we're
off of shoulders.
Yeah. I know we're strange folk, but I promise you, we're good people.
Dara just looks over her and nods and looks over to Gray. So you're the other member of Galen's party?
I wouldn't necessarily call it Galen's party, but I knew him.
The party that Galen was part of?
Yes.
What would you call? What's the name of your party then?
We don't have one.
Okay. Were you a friend of Galen?
I would say adventuring partner.
Interesting. So most of you are tolerated Galen, but only Cade seemed to be a friend.
Oh, I enjoyed him. Kate says as he brings one dish, like a entree, an appetizer, onto the table.
I've known him a total of maybe 3 weeks.
Sitting awkwardly at table.
You know, those 3 weeks, it takes more time to get through his exterior. Once you get to underneath, he was a big softie.
But you've known him for several years, right, Cade?
About 3 to 5, I'd say, rough estimate. It depends on
The
how
rest
much
of the family
you talk.
chimes in. Yeah, 3 to 5.
Yeah. Depends on how much you talk about know him, became actual friends. If you talk about when I first met him, 5 years. Talk about when we became friends. It's been 3 years. Walk back into the kitchen.
He's known him a while.
You came here looking for him, right?
No.
No?
Well, I mean,
You said you were looking for something. What were you looking for?
I was just exploring, and I heard a warrior was being the funeral. I heard about the funeral rites for a powerful warrior, so I stopped to visit.
Insight is one of the things that we don't do to other party members, right? Okay.
If you believe, you believe. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah. Did I don't think I prepared Zone of Truth.
Well, anyways. Hopefully he'll rest in peace. Galen was a great addition to our family.
Well,
Very close to us.
Or just like the Valen family?
Yes. Kadamis found him outside, and, well, they need to help each other out with something, as Kadamis sometimes gets in over his head, bites off more than he can chew.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of heads, Forrest, where's the skull?
It's very direct. I feel like that's not a good table talk, Gray.
A skull of what?
What are you talking about? We have like 4 skulls in this very room. Points at different
Yeah, no, this
trophies.
wasn't-
Yes. And Dar, in for your question, we're throwing around names like Pyramid Inc., Morningwood Adventurers.
Oh, for the
Um,
for the pyramid you and your friend Forrest built.
Brother.
yes. My
Oh,
brother Forrest.
Built.
Skull. Give it.
Like puts head forward.
Do you know which one?
I don't have it on me. That'd be rude.
Then go get it.
No, I'm not bringing that in here. I'm not bringing a cursed object into this room.
I'm sorry, what?
Huh?
Cursed.
What?
Hey, you're the one who started this.
Victoria just narrows her eyes at you, Forrest. You're going to speak very clearly and precisely about what you are talking about right now.
Yeah, so you know those vampires we were dealing with?
I've heard.
They had, this old artifact of a skull of a creature that consumed the souls of 1,000 beings in one night, and they were using it as a blood offering. We hadn't had the chance to destroy it yet, nor did we really know if it'd be good to just get rid of the artifact. I was going to bring it to the head of Valen when I spoke to them after this whole thing going on, and talk to them about what's going on and show the artifact itself.
And speaking of vampires, Cade was very, very brave and amazing in his fighting with the vampires.
2 council members of the...
Two. Even I thought he was outstanding when he was going against the trolls, but the vampires, wow.
You seem to have your own little hype squad here, Kadamis. She smiles at you as you're bringing out another thing of okra. Thing of okra.
Just trying to make a very good impression since I've returned, kind of thing.
If you make that okra, it looks really good.
No, this was my father. I'll be bringing up more of when you get to spicy. I helped spice the lamb.
Oh, what spices did you use?
A little bit of cayenne. I enjoyed that. Put some black pepper on it. Salt is hard to get, but I managed to get a little bit from my stores. He let me put a little bit on it. He asked.
Nice. Dar, have you had cayenne before? I like it. Forrest, what about you?
Oh yeah, cayenne's great. Yeah, I agree fully.
No, what is that made of?
I have no idea.
Pepper. Cayenne is a pepper.
There are great.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great skulls up on this wall here, and just everything that you've all accomplished, man. I can't wait to
Speaking
try
of
this meal.
skulls, you did not bring a cursed object into my home, did you?
I don't know if it's cursed, really. That was a wrong turn of phrase.
That was the words you used, and you seem to be
No,
quite
no,
a
no.
smart young man. Are you not a smart young man?
Not really.
Not being very smart right now.
Dar is
No,
just
not at all.
looking back between Forrest and her repeatedly, increasingly confused.
I mean, if you want me to bring it to the dinner table, I can bring it to the dinner table, ma'am. I just thought it'd be a little bit rude to.
Well, now,
find out
yes,
where it
Forrest,
is in
maybe
its
we should
safe
wait till
place.
after we eat. I think that's a good idea that you bring up. And so cayenne peppers, they take this red pepper and then they dry it out and then they crush
Fully
it
enough
up
with
and-
the spices.
Gray's gonna
Not
just get up
distract.
and go to the room and to go look for it.
Flea, you have your backpack with you, right? Okay.
Bray, you hear that as you're walking up the stairs.
I'm gonna pretend that I didn't and just.
Go ahead and rifle through all Forrest shit.
And
There's like a
Speaking
sprawled
of-
out chicken that's like missing a heart.
Actually, no. The father would have picked that up and cooked it for you.
Oh, cool. We got used
Yeah.
properly.
or Gertrude. May she? Or he. It was a he.
Who wants the legs?
So, I forgot to ask when I was under the bed, sleeping under the bed. It was Galen's bed, right?
Oh no.
Was there
Yes, it was.
anything of interest under there?
There was a folded piece of parchment stuck underneath the support for the bed.
I snagged it. I'll read it later.
Alrighty. So, you all sit around and have a very good, joyous meal. Caprinius is sitting at the table as well, and the only person who doesn't sit right now is Costas. He seems to be more focused on cleaning up the dishes, cleaning up the food, and then has to excuse himself to go to sleep as his next shift now starts in 8 hours. So he goes upstairs. Excuse me, all.
You have a really beautiful home, by the way. To the mother as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
She looks over. Costas, did you hear that? Thank you. He's the one who takes care of the home.
No, it's quite marvelous. I was just more saying in general, you all have a beautiful home.
It is, isn't it?
And thank you for
chiseled it myself.
I noticed that I think Gray was really taking a look around the place last night when I think she probably got a little more to look at when we were all going to sleep. She just came in a little later at night.
Oh.
That's while Gray was gone.
Yeah. Gray, after rifling through, I imagine you then come downstairs again, and she looks over at you and goes, "Did you have a nice little tour of our home?"
I was just going through his stuff looking for something.
Oh, no, we're talking about last night.
Yeah. Do you want to hear the story of all of our trophies?
Sure.
I think she'd love, especially the trophies that you have.
Oh, well, my trophies are in my room. I don't really keep them on display out here. Yeah. Lately, we've been trying to find a new room to keep them stored at. But that's going to take a little bit of extra digging. In time. Wow, you all are so awkward, aren't you?
No.
I don't know. Thought would y'all want to hear the stories, or
Speaking of stories, I was really looking forward to reading out of at least someone had mentioned in the crowd that there was a library here that you all have.
Not really a library so much as an archive. Yes, we do have an archive.
I didn't know if it'd be rude of me to ask to look through those.
It's not rude to inquire about anything, but why?
My brother and I came here for, not specifically Valen, but Commodore for just knowledge of the natural world, specifically druidic in nature.
Oh, well, we have quite a few naturalists here. Forrest, you get stabbed in the side. Gray, roll damage. You take 11 points of force damage as a tiny needle stabs, but ripples your body open. Ah! Are you okay? Are you allergic to okra? You're muted, Gray.
Yes. Yeah, but
What kind of library were you looking for?
An archive, not a library.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you all are so much fun. No wonder Kadamas likes spending time with you. By the way, Kadamas, how much longer until you think you're going to return home?
This time, we just want to see the world a little bit longer and try to see if I get more skilled enough to take the trial. Become the best at...
Don't feel like you need to, you know? If you enjoy the world out there more, and you're safe, by all means.
Don't worry, I am coming back.
There's no rush.
Thank you.
She smiles in a little bit of an endearing way, but you can definitely tell Kadamas is a little annoyed by it. But, anyways. I heard you went to screw my son.
What?
And I think that is where we're going to end the session, everybody.
I was going to ask, did she get, stuck in, a weird face there?
Who?
Gray.
Just immediate.
Gray, can you make a con save?
Dar is confused.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Dar?
By the term screw. He has no idea what she's talking about.
Fuck. It was 12. I still had it on whisper.
I'm casting momentary stasis on Gray, so she's stuck in frozen in time like that for a minute.
Anyways, I think that'll be a great point for us to leave off, everybody. Players, thank you all very much for playing Flanagans Abound. Viewers, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye.